And Mark was there with us, so we've come full circle in our crazy adventure. I have 2 announcements that I'm supposed to make. Come back to this very room at 6 for Call of Cthulhu that Becca is going to be running, and also will be streaming on Gencon Twitch if you're watching. Sage is going to be playing. Also, other people that I'm sure are fantastic and have escaped my memory. Second thing, and I need you to know I have multiple alarms set in my phone to remind me that we have another member of our fair society joining Idle Champions. Voronika will be joining Idle Champions next week. So tomorrow, if you go to idlechampions.com/Black Dice Society, you will find out all of the details about her release. I need you to know, V, I did it. Okay. I think if you're in this room, you know what it is that we do here with the Black Dice Society. This is a horror game. As such, there might be content under D&D game. We're here to have fun live and everything, but y'all still know how we do. Normally, we have our safety tools where they can notify me if something goes wrong. So this time, and I don't even think I said this to you guys, if something goes wrong, just give me this right here. Just give me this right here. Even you in the audience, if you start getting squicked out, give it to me. I can't guarantee I'm going to switch instantly, but I'm going to do my best. Last thing, you guys are going to get to participate. You are actually going to get to decide the fate of multiple people on the stage today. And I do mean permanently. Because if not now, when? And if not you, who? With that being said, let us begin our story. Lord Aslan Rex, if you would, please join me on the stage.
Yes, I recall this place.
Lord Aslan, are you still dwelling in the broken ruins of Lord Vecna's domain?
Indeed, the remnants, shattered though they are, shall provide a haven here in Cativius.
Lord Aslan, few sentients anywhere have a mind as brilliant as yours. Mystical power that flows from you so freely and terribly. And yet, there is one foe you have yet to truly escape. Your jailers, the dark powers. Even here, they mock you.
Their laugh sounds less ominous than I would have thought. And yet they mock me still.
Lord Aslan, while you are walking along the ruined stones and crags, what was once a great and fearsome domain, you feel a familiar presence as the shadow of huge black wings forms in the sky overhead. And you see the familiar visage of your trusted lieutenant, Ebashike, the black shadow dragon, descends and bows deeply before you, her form dwarfing yours, and yet you are her master. My Lord.
What tidings, my faithful servant?
Strange things are afoot in Darkon. The land plunged into chaos. The ground recedes. The mists bite and grab at your domain. What was your domain?
Darkon is no longer my concern. I have cast it off like an ill-fitting garment. I am free at last, and if the domain shall be consumed, so be it. You, my servant, may join me here. I shall give you refuge.
Master, I have a concern. I have continued to research the nature of this place, these places, those.
Speak, then. Speak before you are drowned out by hesitant giggling.
I have a concern that your connection to Darkon may not be completely removed. If Darkon should perish, so might Azalin Rex.
But if Darkon perishes, so might all the domains of dread. It is worth the risk, I think, to finally be free.
Yes, free! And the dragon erupts its poisonous breath, futilely blowing out over each and every one of you. Of course it can't harm you. Nothing can harm you. You all, the dark powers, are the architects of the domains of dread. You all decide who is plucked up and placed in their own domain, their own prison, a cruel reflection of everything they ever wanted, everything they thought they ever needed and worked for. You provide. And yet, you are not benevolent. You don't put them there for their sakes, your sakes. And I feel like I'm coming in and out. Interesting audio effects. We're doing it with practicals. My lord.
Yes, Ebb, my servant.
What would you have me do? I can go back and stand guard over Darkon, over the crypts, and all who dwell there.
Perhaps this would be prudent for now. But keep in mind, my servant, these dark powers, unknowable as they might be, are neither infallible nor omnipotent. We stand in the domain of one who escaped their grasp, one of my world, one who returned there, as I shall.
My lord, Acerarak, Vecna, Tasha, all are inferior to you. If there is a way out, you will find it, or you will make it.
So I shall. Even if the portal must be ripped through the bodies, flesh of everyone who dwells within this place.
And with a massive beat of her wings, Ebashek takes off back up through the dark and twisting clouds. At this exact second, Lord Azalin Rex, you become aware through your connection to Nahara, through your innate sense of things, that Voronika intends to send those mortals to Sithicus. She intends to send them to face Lord Soth.
Dear Veronica, always meddling, so, for I am a meddler myself. Sithicus! Very well. If that is their destination, then who better to greet them? Yes, another in my service.
Lord Soth, would you join us, please?
I bring refreshments. Nothing is beyond my power, and Sithicus.
Truly, the sound system is not your equal.
No.
Lord Soth, Knight of the Black Rose, legendary hero, slayer of foes,
For foes.
slayer of beloveds.
Do not speak of it. We dare not think of it, and yet it haunts us. Always.
Where in your domain of Sithicus would Soth find himself now?
Guard keep. Once, quite beautiful. Sometimes beautiful still.
Soth, you stand towering, 7'3", wrapped in metal, scarred and beaten by countless conflicts. The grand rose painted on your chest, worn down to but a fairest semblance of what it once was. The flesh gone from your hands, and inside of your pot helmet, but two burning eyes stare out over your domain, where you see your citizens of Sithicus go about their lives.
The embers burn. Their souls burned. There have been many fires, within and without. And maybe today some shall be extinguished.
Here in Sithicus, you are Lord Soth. You command these lands. You command the sky. You command every entity within it, and yet you are aware of a familiar presence that is at least attempting to make itself known here.
Interloper, but one I will allow.
You are ever the gracious host, Soth.
What brings you?
I have need of your services once more.
Speak it.
A group of, shall we say, heroes. Some are known to you. Do you remember the errand I sent you on in Koshmar?
Of course.
Soth, time is truly your greatest foe. Even you don't know. Did you destroy Koshmar? Did you cast aside that foolish pup, Tatyana? Did you visit a swift death on all who would oppose you weeks ago? Months ago?
Moments ago. Maybe never. Maybe always. What do you want me to do with them that I have not already intended?
The heir Genasi. She has drawn your attention, has she not?
There are few mortals worthy. She carries honor, unlike most. But when she first faced me, she was nothing.
That has changed.
Are you so certain?
As you brood here in your mist, they have all grown in power. She is quite formidable now.
If she walks in my land, she will not be.
We shall see. I need you to test them. Test them to destruction, if you like. If they are incapable of resisting you, they are of no use to me. But test them, yes. I know you shall. for you marked her long ago. Interesting that she herself was able to lift.
It is true, Soth. You blessed her with your mark,
I did.
your curse.
Do you know how she removed it? Were you part of that?
I must
Privy?
ask you to speak up slightly. Such is my power!
Were you privy to how this mark was removed? Were you involved?
Ha! No. No, this was magic. That was not mine.
Who did it?
The magic of the Feywild.
Ah,
A being of much more purity than I could muster. A unicorn, as I recall.
regardless, if she returns here, then it has served its purpose, as it was meant for me to find her. And now she cannot be anywhere else but where we wish her to be.
Lord Soth, you become aware of two pieces of information. In the mists, outside Sithicus, 6 souls are journeying here, and Tatyana is among them. The second thing, however, is Lord Aslan Rex has already promised you something that he has not delivered.
And so if I test them, as I will you fulfill your task for me?
He shall be yours again, Soth. They both will. Mother and child. What is more, Kryn itself shall welcome you once more, as Oth shall welcome me.
Do not make such promises lightly.
I do not.
If you do not deliver, you shall gain you shall pay a deep price.
I would not tempt your wrath, Soth. I do believe I am your match, but I think any victory over you would cost me dearly. No, I do not boast. I am quite confident that if I am successful, your boon shall be within my power to grant.
And if they are unworthy of this test and all are destroyed?
All save one.
Which?
The Asimar, the winged one.
How much would you like left behind?
The majority, if you please. She need not be unmarred, but I need her alive.
There are many forms of life, and I will grant some of it to her.
Alive and unspoiled, if you would.
At that,
I will honor such a thing, and you know what my word means.
Indeed. For you are a knight of the rose, are you not?
I was.
And will be again.
at
We
that,
shall see.
Nahara, would you join us, please? What I need to know what it was. Oh, or do I need to know what it was?
Conjurer.
Conjurer.
Do with that
The
information
coming
what
of
you'd
a
like.
supernatural threat deals with powerful and dangerous beings. Again, I'm like both do and do not burn those cards.
Never. Oh my God.
Nahara, as you make your way through the mists out of Koshmar, navigating deftly with the black rose that was gifted to Tatyana. As you've journeyed through the mist to these different dread domains, you've come to realize that even in the approach, the mists will tell you something about the place that you are about to enter. And in this one, sadness, crushing sadness. You hear singing, beautiful singing. A song of loss, a song of guilt, a song of woe, a song of regret. And you emerge alone on a cobblestone street.
Where am I? Through my true sight of my crystal ball, I see a lot of new faces.
You do see a lot of new faces, Nahara. You remember Strahd would rage at his jailers. Aslan at the puppeteers that manipulate everyone and everything. And for the first time, you've become aware of the presence of many, many eyes watching you.
So peculiar that they're all seated. But what of this music?
You also become aware of another presence, quite powerfully.
Greetings.
You have to stop doing that.
My apologies, my dear. It would not do for me to fright you to death, after all. You are my pupil,
Yes?
as I am your patron.
Yes. Lovely to see you.
Always a pleasure to see you. And look how you have blossomed. More radiant each time I gaze upon you. I credit the power I have lent you.
I credit it to the power of love.
Ah, yes. I understand. Congratulations are in order.
Did you see?
Lord Aslan Rex, it is a significant diamond.
Yes. Very impressive. And I think I know its source.
Do you?
Indeed. How could I not? I wish you all the happiness both of you deserve.
And I would like to remind you that you have promised him to me.
So I did. And it appears I have delivered.
As long as you keep your word.
Of course. As you shall keep yours.
Yes. I intend to.
Good. Tell me, what might an appropriate gift be for such an occasion?
I have 9 other fingers.
Of course, I have not received an invitation.
Well, they haven't sent them out yet. We keep on. You saw how he had to propose to me.
Ah, yes, yes. I shall look forward then. I assume, as your patron, I would be your honored guest.
Well, you know I would have to discuss that with Uriah. You know, we're planning this together, and that would...
Of course. But I think you might insist upon it.
Yes, I see what you're saying.
He would deny you nothing.
You have to promise me no shenanigans.
You hear them mocking you.
Ah, yes. La. And yet, as I said, neither omnipotent nor infallible. My dear, I fear I must leave you now. Your friends, I'm sure, will be along shortly. I just thought it best we speak alone.
Always a pleasure.
Do take care. For Sithicus has its own danger.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
You shall see.
I was afraid you were going to say that.
Farewell, Nahar.
Toodles.
Yes, as you say, Toodle.
Valentine, if you would, please join us. Valentine, for you, you were in Elsewhere, that strange place with the Godbrain's other experiments. You ran into that strange woman who fancied herself a detective of some sort and said she was going to send you to Koshmar to be face to face with Voronika once more. And yet when you step through that door, when you step through the mist, it is not Koshmar. It is the Eye, as always. Valentine.
You're interrupted.
I see you've met your siblings. And yet none are the equal of you.
It's almost like you've failed many times.
I simply insisted on perfection.
Could have started a little closer.
I come bearing glad tidings.
For you or for me?
Both.
And what might that be?
It's time. The preparations are made. The hour of your ascension is at hand.
I'm a little busy at the moment. How much of a rush is it?
I am a just and merciful God. I will allow you to say your goodbyes.
Well, I know I've asked this question plenty of times to no answer. What is it that happens next?
You become a god. You rule over everything.
And what happens to you?
I transcend. I escape. I elude them. Valentine, for the first time, you're used to seeing this huge, white, unblinking orb, but tentacles begin to merge out of it, pointing at something. And you see them, Valentine. You see them. You see the face of everyone who ever tried to use you, who ever tried to manipulate you. You see the face of the ones that are keeping you here.
If you're so powerful, how do they hold you?
I was betrayed.
Weren't we all?
I knew you'd understand. The rest of my children don't. They can't. Only you are truly made in my image.
I don't quite see it. Maybe it's because the previous attempts were globs of matter and eyeballs. Guess you were going for more of a physical resemblance.
Even a mind constrained by perfection like mine can have a flawed thesis on occasion. I assure you they will serve you. They will bring ruin and death.
So, your plan is, you escape, you ascend, and I hold your place in prison?
No. You make war on them. Our soldiers have infiltrated all of their domains. They didn't even see. They didn't notice. They think they see all, but they're blind. You are their retribution.
Yeah. Yes, I suppose so.
Journey to Sithicus.
Some stops along the way.
Your friend, the Tatyana. Would you like me to save her? Soth is an adversary that might be beyond her comprehension.
Tatyana needs saving from no one. And I fully understand what accepting your help entails.
Make your amends. Say your goodbyes. Soon, you will not have a mind for things such as them.
If you were to take Soth out on the way, I wouldn't complain. But Tatyana gets a hit first.
Your prayers have been heard.
Okay, that's a little much.
And you see the eye closes, and you step out of the mist, and you see Nahara standing there with her orb in her hand, looking around. But a familiar voice peeks up. Valentine. Sorry, Valentine. Hi.
You don't always have to say sorry first.
Well, I just always feel like I'm annoying you.
You are.
Well, that's what I'm sorry for. Could I ask a question, an additional question after this one?
You're wasting time. Go on.
Well, it does seem we are short on time. I'm a little confused. If the almighty Godbrain, all hail the Godbrain, says it's time for your ascension, this should be a joyous day. Why do I not feel joy?
Have you ever felt joy from me?
It's just that, Valentine, I literally live to serve. And, you know, if we're going to wage war in the name of the almighty Godbrain, think of all the retribution. I know you enjoy harming those who truly deserve it, and so many in these domains are truly deserving of retribution.
I agree. There are plenty who deserve retribution. But I will not do it at the cost of my freedom.
I realize my life experience has been limited, but you've taught me a couple of very important lessons, and whatever I can do to assist you, I will, unto the end.
Your next lesson is freedom at all costs, Tregram.
That's what you wrote in the letter.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
It's a bit of a callback.
Yeah, I understand. It's an Act 1 callback. I, of course, have no concept of this. I aspire to nothing greater than serving you, but...
Well, serving me is now a mission of freedom.
It's now a mission of freedom.
That is all.
I will do what I can.
You will.
Finn, if you would, join us up here. Finn, as you make your way through the mist, you hear that same sad, mournful singing as described previously. But as you make your way through, the forms of your companions around you become wispy and vague, like you're losing them. And as the singing gets louder and louder and louder, you hear a very familiar voice, a voice you thought you would never hear again, say, "Oh, I wish he would shut up with the singing. Like, oh, I'm so sad. I killed so many people. I killed a lot more people than he did, and you don't hear me complaining."
Oh, I would find you.
You see a familiar figure in a green dress with kinky blonde hair, steps out of the mist, and you lay eyes on Rose, the caller. What? Are you dead? Is that why you're here?
Well, it wasn't by your hand, at least.
You know, okay, first of all, you guys
what?
cheated. There was like 6 of you, and Uriah literally called a god. Like, why did the Raven Queen have to get involved?
But I thought Rose was so powerful.
I am.
But you're still dead.
That's yet to be determined, because apparently I exist in some state and...
Yes.
It's them. Hi, I'm the caller. You know, I feel like we had a good relationship. You all imprison people. I perform torment, terror, murder, and destruction. And you guys let me die.
There's no... Wait. Who said I'm sorry?
I thought you said not sorry.
Oh. See, you don't even have fans here. What?
I only have fans.
We don't want to know about your OnlyFans.
Not for what I'm willing to
Currently, I'm
pay.
the caller, and yes, you do.
I like you, Rose.
Here's the thing. Okay, you and I apparently are in about the same mess right here. What? Okay, all right. You got over on me with the help of a frickin' god with like a 9% chance that could happen, and you somehow did it. What happened after that? I don't see Nepenthe. I don't see Sold.
That is not your business.
Didn't
No.
work out.
Don't make me come over there.
What are you gonna do? Cut my head off? I don't know that you can take the champ 1v1. Wait.
And I just start reaching for my sword.
She's just. Oh, I get it. You've got some of her blood. I'm intimately familiar with the Sold scent. Sheesh.
Can I just punch her?
Roll it for me.
First one.
With an unarmed strike, I got the first roll. Haha.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a 17.
Oh.
You hit her in the mouth. Okay.
That's for putting a soul's name in your mouth.
I'm just saying.
I think you should stop.
I'm just saying, if she's back at the Feywild with that cute little mermaid girl, she's gonna be like, she's not even thinking about you. That's all I'm saying. She's not even thinking about you. That's all.
I'm going to go draw my sword.
Rose, the caller, turns and looks at all of you. She says, look, I can be of so much use to you. Come on, you guys are gonna let her go. I know you are, because you guys have main character syndrome. Let me out. Let me do what I do.
No.
Come on.
Wrong character.
So here's the first fate that you all get to decide. With a simple show of hands, if Rose gets out of this purgatory, not necessarily to wreak havoc today, but to roam the dread domains as she once did, raise your hand.
Wow, you traitors.
I don't know, that's pretty close. That's pretty close. All right. Ooh, see, that's my almighty power.
Wow.
Rose turns and looks at you and she says, you know what? Fair is fair, deal's a deal. You got revenge and my business with her is done. Why don't we call it even? I know you're mad at me, but you cut my head off. If I can put that behind me, you can put me torturing and antagonizing the woman you love for years on end.
I'm sorry. Lost your head once, antagonized your soul for years. How is that fair or equal?
Do they look fair or equal to you?
No.
Fine, whatever. I'm going to get out of this place.
And I will find you again.
I'm just saying, the last time the wagon was rocking, you missed out.
Pretty sure I didn't.
And you see, she just steps back into the mist and disappears. And you emerge to see Valentine and Nahara standing on cobblestone streets.
Did you see Rose?
No. Did you see a giant eyeball?
See
No.
Rose. No?
No. Rose was there taunting me.
Really?
Yeah, but I got her. I punched her in the mouth.
Not one of us is supposed to have nightmares.
Probably deserved it.
Oh, she more than deserved it.
I don't mean to alarm anyone, but there are a lot of people here. There are a lot of eyes on us.
Oh, one more day in our weird lives and afterlives.
Valentine. Are you able to hear thoughts?
Yes, I don't know that it would work through a crystal ball, but I'm certainly willing to try. I'll cast Detect Thoughts on it.
Yeah, I wonder what they're thinking. They're just staring.
And considering what we've been through, weird is a lot.
I need a
It's a
volunteer.
lot.
That was quick on the draw. What are the dark powers thinking right now?
Excellent look, by the way.
They're watching and waiting to see what we will do. There is something.
Valentine, for all of their rambling, all their boasting, all of Strahd's speeches, Aslan's grandstanding, the almighty God brain, the one thing they have all been consistent on was the randomness of the dark powers, that they're just toying with all of you. And you very much get the impression that they're simply here to be entertained.
We're nothing more than a show.
Right. Well, I can't imagine anything wholesome or healthy will come out of this.
At all.
Never does.
Desmond, if you would, please join us up here. Desmond, as you make your way through the mist, you also start to lose track of your companions, but you start to see off in the distance a large building bathed in greenish black flames. You can't quite make it out, but someone comes running through the mist up to you. It's Armand. He's wearing your father's uniform. He's still covered in Voronika's blood with his sword in his hand. Come, brother. We'll defend Gosmar. We will fight as one. We will destroy that monster Soth.
You don't know, brother.
Why are you so calm? Look at the size of him.
Desmond just sighs. Just. All right. And he grabs his sword.
Listen, I know this seems to be an ill hour for our house. And he looks down at the blood and he's like, there will be time to mourn those we have lost after we defend our home.
And right there, Desmond just puts his hand on his shoulder. I have, I will always love you, brother. And if this is what you need for us to fight for our home, then let us do so. And he draws his sword.
Up ahead, you see Tatyana running towards Soth just to be batted away, like a child trying to wrestle with her father. And Armand looks back at you and he says, I know you don't think so, but I was listening during your lessons. Should you go high and I also go high? No, I go low. His kneecap is exposed. It is just bones. He is not flesh and blood, but that's fine. That is fine. Just tell me what to do. I'm ready.
If you're going to attack and he has no kneecaps and it's only bone, you attack from the rear in the hopes of knocking what would be a kneecap apart.
How did this happen, Desmond?
The story is long, and if I could tell you everything now, I would.
I'm not supposed to be king. You are. I'm not supposed to be fighting to. You are. I'm supposed to just be reading poetry to Voronika in the fields.
Desmond puts his hand on his shoulder again. Father didn't just raise me. He raised us. He raised us both to be kings. Because eventually, if something were to happen to me before I bore an heir, you would be king. You got the same lessons I did. You were smaller. They were shorter. But you got the same things. What is in me is in you. So breathe, calm yourself, and attack from the rear of the knee when I go high.
We shall attack on 3.
3.
And you see Armand does charge forward, and as you charge next to him, you come running out of the mist onto a cobblestone street, surrounded by your friends.
Bad dreams?
Always. Being awake is better, though.
Couldn't agree more.
This place is filled with sadness.
Sounds about right.
And anger.
And anger.
Good.
Tatyana. The dark powers are greatly pleased by your gains, Tatyana.
Sick. Super sick.
As you make your way through the mist, Tatyana, you hear the song just like the rest of your companions, but the difference is you've heard it before. You know that Soth singing. His song of woe, grief, of recounting what should be great and glorious victories, but he regrets them all.
And my voice echoes again. You remember when we met and I said I do not sing by choice.
I will catch his soul upon these gloves.
Will you, young one, will you? As you hear a familiar voice, as your old teacher, Jibaku, steps out of the mist. She's old. Her githyanki flesh, hollow and drawn, with deep lines, but wiry muscles still flexing in her arms. Is this the day you will join me in the afterlife, child?
I smile at her before I move quickly and go for the knees.
Roll it. Right, let's see. Hang on. Let's see. Can you get one over on your old master? Now I got to pull my dice out, y'all.
With an unarmed strike, yet dirty 20.
Ooh.
I would just like the record to show something important. That Mark is in fact rolling with the Aslan Rex dire die. I almost
With
grabbed
stalling Jibaku.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna roll. You lunge. You've seen her move 100 times. The first 50 times you were clueless. The second 50 times you knew what she was going to do. You were just defenseless. But this time, Tatyana, you are fast enough. What do?
I tap the back of the knees so she buckles.
She begins to buckle. Presumably you don't drive all the way through.
Not to Jibaku.
As she falls backwards, she does a back handspring and kicks you under your chin.
Oh, I don't
flips
see it
back
coming.
up.
Why didn't I see that coming?
I taught you everything you know, not everything I know.
I just performed a ritual greeting as always.
You do know I am dead, yes?
You can't really be that dead if I'm talking to you now.
I wish it were so. I wish it were so.
What if we put you in a sword? And then, hold on, do you want to be a Dark Lord?
Yes, when someone asks you, do you want to be a Dark Lord, you say yes, Tatyana.
Okay, well, Kashmar's taken, but I'll look around. I'll see.
She puts her hand on your shoulder and she says,
Do I feel it?
you do. Her skin feels tough, but the
Meaty.
slightly overly aggressive grip that you have adapted in your own life, that Valentine has felt many times when you were attempting to be comforting, squeezes down on your shoulder. I lived my life the way I wanted to. I died the way I wanted to. That is all we can really ask for.
I agree. I too can't wait for my warrior's death. I keep trying.
For the first time since you were a very, very small child in the fighting pits, she puts her hands on the side of your face. Clumsily. You've seen her move like lightning, dispatching men before they even knew she'd drawn her blade, and yet she doesn't know how to comfort the only person she loves in this life or the next. But she looks at you and says, Soth is such a foe, Tatyana. He can destroy you. Given the choice, he will destroy you. There is no shame in turning from this battle. He will always be here. You can face him another time.
Jibaku. I don't know why you are trying to stop me from potentially having the greatest warrior's death akin to your own. But aside from that, today is not the day, because I do not fight alone. I fight with many friends. And even if I might sometimes, turn into a snake, and a snake was not the right thing to be at that time, my friends, they always know what to do.
You see this momentary bit of warmth is replaced with the iron that you're used to seeing in her eyes, and she just nods slowly and takes her hands away and puts them on her hips.
We headbutt like we always do.
It has definitely gotten stronger. Oh.
Thank you. I think it's Valentine's influence.
I wasn't sure about her when you first became friends, but I think overall it has worked out, I think. You took her name.
Yes, I have a last name. Tatyana Asteria.
I was just Jibaku. Strikes fear in the heart, does it not?
Okay, but a powerful name.
Yes, no, that's dark.
That strikes fear in like a political sense.
Very fear. Yes, absolutely. Yes. The Asterias were very fearsome, and I'm sure will be again. I'm always with you.
I know, Jibaku. Oops, sorry. Wow.
You are too powerful.
Our love echoes in this place.
I do have good news for you. In the afterlife, she leans in and she says, everything you love, we do all the time. We fight, and you step out of the mist.
Feast?
Into a cobblestone street.
No, that's the third one. Oh, where were you?
Where? I don't know. Eyeball things. Where were you?
Okay, just catching up with an old friend. It was super chill. Did you all have a super chill time coming through the mist?
No, mine was not super chill, no.
Not at all.
Speaking of a super chill time coming through the mist, Brother Uriah.
Wow.
Brother Uriah, you hear the song of woe but your path is otherwise unimpeded.
Whoa! Hello, everyone. Oh, that was a bit odd. I lost all of you for a moment there, but well, here we are.
I'm glad you're safe.
Yes, I'm glad you're safe as well. Did anyone? It was very odd. I thought I could hear other people talking in the mist. It sounded like all of you.
Oh. Well, we were here.
Yes.
At least now.
Very odd.
Time and space is kind of there.
Yes. Timey-wimey, as they say.
Yes.
I'm not legally allowed to say that. So, all right. Well, so this is Sithicus?
Out.
It's ugly and stupid, right?
Before
beige.
all of you. I appreciate this series, like ugly and stupid. Yeah. You all see, again, what was probably once a glorious military town.
Glorious.
There's still high walls, cracked in places, but it seems like everything has fallen into disrepair. This place did not fall in a siege. It very much has withered from the inside out. Cobblestone streets reach up towards a castle right in the center where you know Soth resides. And there are people making their way through the streets, baking bread, hanging out linens, feeding animals. It's actually rather calm, albeit subdued.
Well, I must admit, I wasn't expecting slice of life. I was more expecting sliced up life, but this seems much more normal than I would have thought, Tatyana.
Good one, Uriah. Okay, not important. Kill anyone. Soth is in charge here, okay? So be afraid, be wary, but like not afraid, but strong. We're all with me, right?
I'm sorry, did you say kill everyone?
Yes! They all work for Soth. And I have come here to destroy him because lest we forget, not only did he attack the wedding of our dear friends, Armand and Veronica, other things happened that night, we don't have to talk about it, but he branded me, and he threatened me, and now we will fight him and destroy him.
But Tatyana, just if I may, you do recall that in Barovia, not everyone is an extension of the late Count's will. In Darkon, not everyone is a puppet of Aslan. Some of these may be just normal people.
It's a great point. I'm going to grab the closest passerby and turn him around.
Valentine, I think you were going to say something?
Oh, no, it was just definitely echoing Brother Uriah's point. We left all of them alive, so maybe we consider the same courtesy.
Okay, but stop everyone you see.
You grab and you turn a man around, and he immediately looks up at you. Oh, you're back. Hi. You were here once before, but you've been working out. Wow.
Yes, I have.
Ask first.
You're right, I do like the people here.
Focus.
Oh, do you work for Soth?
I mean, he's the lord of these lands. Yes, we all work for Soth.
Okay, but say he were to fall, would you
I would
help
him up. He would be massive. It would take a number of us to physically pick him up.
That's my bad. I see what I did. If someone were to come and defeat Soth in battle, would you fall behind that new leader?
I open up a telepathic link.
We have to kill him.
Group chat. He's in.
Perfect. Oh, you group chat this man also?
Yeah,
Perfect.
because I'll just open it up and I'll go, I'm going to give you the opportunity to answer that, not out loud.
Valentine, if you would, give me either insight or arcana with advantage, whichever's higher.
Okay, that's not my best roll. Okay, I'm doing great.
We believe in you. Well, they may not believe in you. They're the dark powers.
18.
Oh.
19.
19.
I'm going to say 20.
While we're at it, I give her guidance.
I'm like, now we're haggling, you know what I mean?
I miscounted.
Valentine, I'm going to say you've spent enough time in the mists now and touched enough minds in the mists now that you can sort of tell the difference between the people that are truly manifested from these places. Tatyana's not wrong. There are entire domains that are filled with simple manifestations for the Dark Lord to interact with, but there are biological living humans from these places. This man is a man.
Okay.
I pick up his collar.
And when I say answer in private, I mean answer very quickly.
You've got quite a grip. You must understand, our Lord is kind to us, and I've never seen his equal. I've seen him strike down whole armies with a single blow. He can throw fireballs that demolish buildings.
Yeah, so can I.
I message the group. Wait, are we sure we have the right guy?
This is all in the group chat.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a cobbler.
He's like, put him down.
And there are shoes behind him.
Checks out.
In the group chat to Tatyana, it's not terribly unusual. There are many in Darkon who thought that Aslan was a wise and benevolent ruler. Firm and perhaps a bit keen on discipline, but still a good man.
We need to talk about him later, by the way.
What?
We need to talk about him later.
And actually, Uriah will sort of gaze around with his eyes of the dead. Any undead pinging in the...
Oh, yes.
Also, do you want me to remove this guy from the group chat?
There's a substantial undead presence here, which I suppose isn't too surprising. Be on your guard, everyone.
Speaking of a substantial undead presence, Lord Soth, you are, of course, aware of the fact that these interlopers have emerged from the mists.
The moment they arrived, I knew.
They could not have come here if you did not will it. And high up on the hill, at the top of your keep, you can speak a word that they will all hear, that everyone will hear. What do you say?
One word?
A sentence. You are Lord here, Soth. You decide how many words you say.
Come forth, if you will, if you dare.
Valentine, Tatyana, Desmond, you all have seen Soth before. The rest of you, he is a monster of a man. Easily a head taller than Uriah, twice as wide as Desmond, wrapped in metal that is dented and worn, with two burning pinprick red eyes underneath his heavy pot helm. In undeath radiates off of him, Uriah.
I think that's him.
Thank you.
So, should I remove the guy from the group chat, or?
Yeah.
He's like, before
Look, don't tell anyone if we ever talk, or else
no,
we
wait,
will
but,
kill you.
But before you remove it, he isn't so bad. I mean, he's done terrible things. He's done terrible things, but we've all done terrible things, right? Haven't we all done terrible
I slap him.
That was kind of terrible, and I liked it.
We're using telepathic speech. You were not choking in your mind, nor are you muffled.
Yeah, you're choosing to do that. It sounds strange.
You're imagining that yourself. That's all on you.
To be fair, we all do it from time to time.
Listen, there is no spoon.
Wow.
And he just gazes off into the distance, having his mind well and truly blown.
Out of the group chat.
I don't think he knows what a spoon is.
I think we broke the cobbler.
Good.
Now, Dark Powers, you have a choice to make. Is their path to Lord Soth smooth and direct, or is it difficult?
Oh no.
If you wish for it to be difficult, raise your hand.
How dare.
See, it was half at first. That was nice.
Hey, the two hands over there. I appreciate that.
It counts
You,
twice.
can't, you don't double dip into this.
No, I think it counts. No one else thought of that.
Hey, they're the dark powers. It works how they say it works. Yeah.
There's a ton of hands down.
Those are my
too.
people out there.
Can we
They
get a
know.
gauge of the other side of this?
Yeah.
Some could abstain.
That's not how this works. Because I am the darkest of powers.
Where are the absentee votes?
Lord Soth. They may or may not be worthy of you. How would you test their mettle before you allow them to taste your blade?
I will see if they can dispatch some minor minions at my command. Some of my knights in service.
I would like to state for the record that I showed up under the effects of a death ward.
Brother, does Soth say anything before this happens?
You are here of my will. Prove you are worthy to be here in Sithicus and darken it with your shadows, or be gone.
Brother Uriah, your undead sense begins to go off.
Oh, yes. Everyone, what's the word again? Yes, incoming.
Bonus action form of dread. Rage.
I appreciate everybody.
Actually, I'm going to hold my rage.
I, once again, will leave this to the dark powers.
They know what to
Do
do.
they have a moment to prepare or not?
Oh, come on.
Don't do
If
us that
they
dirty.
have a moment to prepare, raise your hand.
Nope.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Black Dice Society team powers activate.
Benevolent dark force.
Transformation scene.
I thought we were pals. I thought we had a deal.
They don't know her.
Ah,
They're also literally why you're in this predicament.
I know.
Also, let's. So, I will give all of you one action. A buff, a form of dread. Do
armor.
one thing before this all goes down. So, Valentine, what is your pre-fight action?
Mage armor.
Mage armor. Well, I'll give you mage armor. It's 8 hours. I'll listen. Valentine's lived this life a while now, so I'm gonna get.
Do I get something else then?
Yes,
Then
I'm
I
gonna-
cast Stone Skin on Tatyana.
Perfect. Stone skin on Tatyana. Tatyana.
I would like to summon Fae.
Ooh, what are you going to summon?
That's a great question.
You know what? I will come
It's
back
a
to you
Fae
to tell.
spirit
It's-
of
you-
small Fae.
You're like, I'm going to summon many Fae.
Look,
The Faeest Fae.
yeah, it's tiny, it's green. I call it Hablo.
Are you going to summon another one named No Habla?
No, no.
I think Soth is going to summon
Es
No
muy
Habla.
diferente, no es el
Perfect.
mismo.
no hablo.
Summon Fae. Perfect. Brother Uriah.
That's your Stone Skin.
Let's see. Well, Death Word doesn't require concentration, so I think it's gonna be Spirit Guardians upcast. As Brother Uriah is surrounded. This is, I think, the first time you've seen it manifest as, yes, it is ravens. Ravens are surrounding Brother Uriah with rather ominously glowing eyes.
Somewhere off in the distance, Rose is like, boo! Ravens are stupid!
And as mentioned, that is upcast.
Perfect. Nahara.
Is this bonus action, or just like a
Well, now
one?
you're just getting greedy.
Well, hey, I have to ask.
I mean, I'll give you the form of dread or another thing.
I'll do the form of dread.
Okay, perfect. Finn.
Form of dread.
Perfect. And Desmond.
Point of clarification.
Yeah.
Had we had a long rest before this or not?
Dark powers.
Oh.
No.
Are they?
I heard
Thank
if
you
I
for
already
the
hit
yes.
button.
I feel like that yes should win because that was loud.
You know
That
what?
was very loud.
That was loud.
You know what?
I agree.
Veronica did give him the long rest. That is true.
yeah.
Look
That's
at
right.
you keeping up with the
Appreciate
continuity.
you.
That is
Yay.
2,000 XP.
true. Next opponent you defeat, you will level up. Yes.
Then Desmond casts protection from evil and good at a 3rd level.
Perfect. Around you. You know
You don't
what?
need to worry about the good very much.
I had that feeling.
Not a lot of that
Personal
out here.
thing.
Just suddenly Uriah can't come in for a hug anymore.
We'll hug after.
I'm not a celestial. It works. It still works.
Out of the nearby buildings, Uriah, it doesn't actually make sense. You very much raised your eyes of the grave and you were like, there's him. And then there's 4 of them. And out of the buildings, headless men come busting out of the walls and smashing through doors and coming out. And the locals scatter. And I need all of you to roll initiative.
Slay them! Slay them in my name!
They already ran away.
Ready for glorious battle?
Dead last, I am.
You know what, Soth, I'm going to go ahead and get your initiative too, just so we'll have it. So Valentine,
19.
19, Tatyana,
Finally, the dice gods have been on my favor. 20.
Oh, hey!
It's dirty, but I'll take it.
Oh, it's a dirty 20?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. You look so excited. I thought it was.
Thought it must be a
Look.
name.
That is true.
When have I not rolled a single digit
That is true.
initiative?
That is
Never.
true. Today's the day for you to come through, Lord Soth.
16.
All right, Uriah,
Big old 4, so I'm glad I have those active
I
spells.
traded.
Nahara.
13.
All right, Finn.
Thank you.
A whopping 3.
Whopping 3.
I was sure I'd be last.
And Desmond.
18.
18. Perfect.
My own die betrayed.
Tatyana. Again, on all sides, there's 4 of these headless men, and Soth still standing on the parapets of his castle some distance away. But clearly he is watching all of this. What would you like to do?
A few things. First, how far away is Soth?
How far away is Soth?
30 feet. 30 feet.
Dark Powers.
Oh.
You know, time and space are weird here. I guess let me ask you, Soth.
Yes.
Is she able to reach you before your minions have been dispatched?
Not yet.
Not
When she
yet.
leaps or if she moves, basically, space will stretch out. The cobblestones will fill in between us. The walls and the parapets will suddenly reform.
Good thing I know that ahead of my turn.
Very generous, very generous.
Exactly.
Fill
I
us
throw
in.
a stone and I see it go through a time wibble.
The Dark Powers giveth and they taketh away. Yes.
That was the original name of this place, Givethicus. And Takethus.
And taketh. That's no Habla's origin story. He's from Givicus.
Githicus. Givicus.
Okay, you ready?
Yo,
You want to
yes.
know? Oh, great. Okay, so Hobolo, which is my face name, it has an extra O. I forgot to tell you about.
Perfect.
Hobolo is fuming, and this gives him advantage on attack. Hobolo, go. I tell him. He knows. And he goes for the closest headless man and gets a multi-attack.
You know, for the sake of ease, I'm going to say, well, there's 4 of them. Dark Powers. 4 of them are going to get actively engaged, which means 2 of them won't get actively engaged. I feel like the holy man, he's got to get one put on him. You know what? Soth, you pick it where at least one of them goes. Does one go towards Tatyana?
No. I will allow her respite,
Perfect.
but her.
One comes for her friend, Dark Powers. We have, really, you just have to decide which one of them is not going to get attacked. That's rough. That's rough. You know what? I'm not even going to put you dark powers in that position. We'll let fate decide.
Harsh.
If it's a 1 or a 2, they go at Nahara. If it's a 3 or a 4, it goes at Finn. If it's a 5 or a 6, it goes at Desmond. That is a 2. 1 on Nahara, 1 on Uriah, 1 on Valentine. Wait, I'm missing one.
Was that a spell attack? What was it?
Oh, I'm just saying who they're going to attack.
Okay.
And 1 on Desmond. So Finn manages to escape for now.
These are the Skeletal Knights, yes?
They are headless.
Oh, these are the headless men.
They are
Right.
headless, yes. However, it is. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Hobolo. His name is Hobolo. Say it.
Zoom tight.
Nat 20. Okay, so let's see. We have a 21 and a 17, and they both. One is going for the headless man stepping towards Valentine, and one goes for the one dives in front of Uriah.
Perfect. 21 and 17 will both hit. So give me the damage.
Oh God, this is a lot.
You can give it to me afterwards. However,
Okay, great.
that's them attacking. What's Tatyana gonna do?
Yeah, Tatyana says, you know what? It's a great day to test out my kukris. And I'm just gonna slash at the one in front of Desmond.
Dark powers. Would you like to intervene to help Tatyana? You didn't say you rage.
I purposely did not so I can spellcast. I know, I learned to play. That's good. It's good. Sometimes I forget. Okay.
My girl all grown up.
And if I do not wild shape, I get 2 attacks.
You do. For the record, Valentine is on deck, then Desmond.
Okay, first attack. Why did I do a digital? I don't trust you. Okay, that one misses. Second attack, 16.
That is enough. You
Excellent.
can give me the damage for all of that when you have it.
Okay,
But
great.
any bonus action or anything you're gonna do?
Bonus action.
It's true. You could attack again with the kukri. You got a bonus offhand.
In addition to my multi-attack?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. But I don't get to add the plus, I see. That is 22.
Also gonna be enough. Just
Yeah.
give me the damage when you have it.
Okay.
Valentine.
How close are they to me, the one pursuing me?
They basically are just busting out of all the nearby buildings. Like, so
close are
they're
they
pretty
to
much
each
like
other?
right there. I would say
They still in a bit of a cluster?
they're coming at you from different sides, so I could say you would catch any 2.
All right, I'm going to hit 2 of them with Erupting Earth.
Perfect. Do you want to intervene on the one on Uriah, Nahara, or Desmond? And
There's
yours, I assume.
2 together, so whichever one is with the one coming towards me. Whichever one that is. Who's closest to me, who's also going to get hit
He
by the
did a
same
quick
attack.
change, so I'm going to say you can help Uriah.
All right. Excellent. That is a dex save of 17.
Perfect. All right. They both fail.
Incredible. And 40 points of damage. And then as a bonus action, I would actually like to use my meta magic to make a firebolt a bonus action, because that is a
Perfect.
cantrip. And that's a nat 20.
Hey. You guys are
Dice
hot.
are our
Get that out of your
friends
system before you actually
today.
engage Soth.
That is an additional 32 points of damage because it's crit.
Presumably on the one that is on you.
Yeah, I would say everything looks like it's still standing. The 2 that I hit already. Yeah, I'll firebolt that one.
So that was 32 more?
Yes.
Perfect. You have dealt it a massive blow. You've punched holes through it, and you notice every place where you damage it, when its clothing moves out of the way, you see bones and flames.
I look for the bystander to see if he saw my firebolt.
A lot's happening for that guy, so let's see.
Dang.
Yeah, he saw. Well, what do you want him to feel? Technically, you still
Earlier
have
he
him in
was
the
like,
group
Lord
chat.
Soth can do a firebolt. Congratulations.
Valentine, you yourself saw Soth blow up the cathedral. Like pretty. Okay, all right, that's cool. It's the same thing. Yeah, right. Exactly. Who can't do that, right? Perfect. Anything else from Valentine?
Building. Okay. That's it for me.
Get the damage.
The one going for Desmond, 11 points. The one going for Valentine, 14. And the one going for Uriah, 13.
Hang on, so 11, 14, 13? Uh-huh. The one going after Valentine is already not looking pretty good. I mean, they don't have heads, so they only look so good to begin with. But yes, it is clearly...
One looks really good, actually.
He's been working at it.
Yeah, I know this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no, they're all literally carved up. Yeah, Desmond, your turn. After Desmond, Soth, if you choose to act, will be after that. And then Nahara.
As a bonus action, Desmond wants to change form.
Ooh.
Perfect. What does it look like when you change forms?
Considering this is his new form, it's a little bit beefier than normal than it has been thus far. He just like kind of just like flexes inward, and his back just like shoots out with new muscles and bones cracking, and then he just brings his arms out, and he's just massive. Orange streaks on his fur as if he were clawing himself. Everything else, all black, eyes orange, just a very angry wolfy boy.
Soth, it wasn't like that last time.
Oh. He's gone to beast.
Yes, he has.
Your turn.
And with that, Desmond wants to multi-attack with the bite and claw.
Presumably the one that is engaging you.
Yes.
Okay.
And the first hit is 14.
14?
I think it's 14. Let me double check and make sure I'm not incorrect. Ooh, 15.
That is not enough. Your
Rats.
claws scrape across his armor. And you see the shoulder rotates like an invisible head kind of looks at you like...
Oh, don't worry. I've got more.
And he rolls for the second attack. That's a nat 20.
Get it out of your system now. Get it out now. Yeah.
And that is for the claws. That is... Double check that. Oh, it's not a creature. Sadness.
Actually, I tell you, just roll the other attack, and you can give me the damage when you got it later.
All right, cool.
Because you got that old school claw bite action going, correct?
I do. But
I'm asking. I'm not telling.
I mean, this is the multi-attack. It's the...
Oh, then it's just the 2? Okay.
I believe it's just the 2.
All right, well, then that's one hit. That's a crit. Give me the damage when you got it. Anything else?
Not yet.
Perfect.
There will be
Lord
more.
Soth.
Now the embers flare, looking at this beast in my realm. He's given himself to darkness. I pity him. But I will wait. I will wait. We'll see what they can do against my soldiers.
Excellent. Nahara.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to far step 60 feet in the air as Nahara shouts, "You'll never catch me, you sycophant!" And as she she tries to kick him on the way up, but remembers he doesn't have a head. It's like, oh right.
No, he would have, like the heel would have just like right under his
The timing would have
chin,
been
yeah.
perfect. It would have been, but again, no head, so it could miscalculates. But from 60 feet up in the air, I'll cast Crown of Stars. So you see the crown upon Nahara's head, the little diamondy stars begin to shine, and one of those stars will shoot straight back down.
One little thing.
Yes.
Dark powers. Should we be nice or not nice?
Nice.
All right. Give me a thumbs up if it's nice.
I see lots of thumbs.
Lots of, because technically you flying up would have provoked an attack of opportunity, even though I hate that rule so much.
No, but it's a far step.
It was a far step. Crown of Stars.
Yeah, Crown of Stars. All right. That is a 19 to hit.
That is enough.
Okay, so they take. Hold
Desmond,
please.
do you have that damage?
13.
13, perfect.
So they take 23 points of radiant damage, and then as my movement, I'm gonna, just to be safe, go 30 feet more up in the air.
Perfect. So you're 90 feet in the air now. Lord Soth,
Yes.
Valentine destroyed your beautiful cobblestone street. What, if anything, happens?
When the street is torn apart, the actual cobblestones, they fly in the air. But then not only is it sort of rebuilt, I'm going to try and separate her from the others. The stone street will sort of push aside, sort of push her and separate her away.
Valentine, give me a dex save.
It's like the ground is sort of cycling underneath your feet.
Let me just look at your save
Also, when
DC
you get a
real quick.
chance, because of the form of dread, they need to make a wisdom save.
They are not scared.
Okay.
Not scared is a great term.
That is enough, Valentine. As the wall erupts, attempting to wall you off, you are able to agilely make your way around it.
Yeah, she just kind of like pops over as it's lifting and stays close to Tatyana.
Perfect.
Oh, no.
You cast Nope, huh? It is, however, now the horseman's turn. So, a couple of things are gonna happen.
Hey, can I? So you know how crits you're supposed to do max damage, and then I forgot that. So like it would be.
Well, they do double damage.
Oh, then that was incorrect. That
No,
was
they
supposed to
do.
be
No,
26.
they do double damage.
Cool. Can you give 14 more points to that one that's in front of Valentine?
14 more. Again, he is not looking good, but he is still up.
Yeah, and then add that additional 13 to the other one.
Wait, you both crit and didn't give me the
Yeah.
crit. Okay, cool.
I
cool,
did
cool,
much
cool.
excitement going
A lot's
on.
happening. A
It's
lot's
never
happening.
happened to me
They're all
before.
staring. I mean, I know it's all happening right now.
So much pressure.
It's true.
Anyone else more damage? Anyone?
Look good.
You just throw it out.
Yeah,
No, yeah, we're still haggling.
yeah. Well, 13 more,
Things
boys.
are going to happen.
All the damages.
Right after your attack, Nahara, although these things have no heads, they all start wailing.
Before they do anything, if any of them are within 15 feet of me, they must take a bit of damage at the top of their turn.
This is a mythic action,
Ooh,
a
there we
legendary
are.
action rather,
There we are.
but they're about to be at the top of their turn. I need all of you to give me wisdom saves, not you, of course, Lord Soth.
Why couldn't I get that roll?
And this is a wisdom save. Yes?
Wisdom save.
24.
24,
19.
19,
25.
25. You are very wisdomous.
Wisdomous?
14?
14.
9.
The moment you said wisdomous, it all went down.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't look like
that was
anything
my
to me.
that was my bardic cutting words. We're gonna do this.
Should I say what mine is and make everyone feel bad?
No.
Let's.
30.
You are the most
say heads
wisdomous.
I'm quite wisdomous.
Got the wisdom.
It's true. Okay. Valentine and Desmond, you both take 20 points of psychic damage. The rest of you take 10 points of psychic damage.
I'm
Did they roll with a
resistant.
disadvantage at me?
That's not including any sort of mitigation. So yeah.
Was that attack? Did they roll for that attack?
No.
Okay, cool.
It is.
Just
It is
checking.
yeah.
So even if, so
So-
you meant so if you have resistance, it doesn't count.
If you have resistance, it's cut in half.
Okay, so
So
what was?
5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And you notice they start healing.
20 psychic.
Once they're wailing, you see their wounds begin to close.
Cover their mouths.
They have the mouth.
Now it is their turn. So what happens to them?
Spouting at
Very
the
well.
top
So
of their
I
neck.
assume the one attacking me is within 15 feet of me.
They're all pretty much in 15 feet because you were all together. and
Oh,
kinda
well then
healed.
they
Yeah.
all will take a fair bit of radiant damage from these spirit guardians as the ravens swoop in. If they are made of bone and fire, the ravens are actually stopping them from healing. They're like pecking and ripping with their little grabby feet and
Grabby feet.
little grabby feet like birds have. Let's see here. And that is upcast, of course. I'm just going to do it on
Yep.
here, I think. Spirit Guardians. Thank you. Come on. Come on. You were doing so well. All right. So they will all take... I'm sorry. They must make a save. However, it is DC 19. Wisdom.
What sort of save?
I believe it's Wisdom.
Or to have what happen?
Or they will take a full 35 points of damage. Those who save will take only half of that.
They are not particularly wisdomous. None of them make the save.
They all take 35 points of radiant damage.
35 points. You see, there is not much left of the one that is attacking Valentine.
Also, I do have resistance against psychic damage.
Oh, cool. That's
I added it to 10.
yes, perfect. 35, you say they all take?
35, yes.
Okay. I'm doing very exciting calculations. Ooh, yeah, right. You know, it's funny because normally you'll see, especially if we have multiple things happening at once, I'll have the calculator going and I'll have my phone going and then I'll have the other computer going, and that's how I'm keeping track of all this. They are all pretty beat up. That's the good news. The bad news is it is now their turn.
At the end of Brother Uriah's turn.
Well, that wasn't his turn. It's their turn.
Well,
yes.
at the end of their turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, they haven't done their turn yet.
So many legendary actions.
It's
They
true.
have them. You
We're
have them.
just getting
A lot's happening. Valentine, what is your AC?
My AC with my mage armor is 13 plus something that I know. And we'll have the answer to in just a second. I think it makes it probably 14.
Always something.
I love looking at virtual character sheets on an iPad. It's excellent. And someone else do something.
I will sing it
geez.
for you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Soth, I come to kill you.
Yes.
It's true.
Oh, you ready?
14.
14. Unfortunately, you are going to get hit twice, Valentine, for 18 slashing and 22 necrotic damage.
Okay.
The old slacrotic.
It's,
You know, there's a
There's-
face spirit they could go for instead.
Uriah, I'm pretty sure this is going to exceed your armor class.
How I should mention, these, I assume they're undead, yes?
Yes, quite.
Thanks to the fact that I have quite recently read from the Book of Exalted Deeds, all undead are permanently at disadvantage on me.
Well, what would have been one hit, or what would have been 2 hits, is now 1 hit, actually. Yes. So, yeah.
Also, for one of those hits, what was the hit? Because I could put up shield potentially. If I use my reaction.
The shield would. I think it
Slashing.
was 18 and 19 on the die.
No, no.
So, yeah, I don't think you could
No.
have gotten past that. Yes.
For the one hit that did hit me, what?
Now you're just showing off.
Well, yeah, you know.
I mean, it's
been
just because the
showing
dark powers are
I
here.
recently read a very good book. What did they achieve? Would an armor class of 24 resist it?
Ooh.
Dang, seriously?
They would have gotten to 26.
Oh, then I don't bother.
9 slashing and 11 necrotic.
9 slashing, 11 necrotic.
Again, not counting for any mitigation. Nahara, one of them holds his hand out and a flaming skull appears and lobs it up at you.
Counterspell.
It's just an attack.
Then it's can I hellish rebuke it?
You can hellish rebuke it.
Hell
Yeah, you can
yes.
roll to disbelieve.
I do.
It is, however, going to hit you for 14 fire damage. And Desmond, what is your armor class?
16.
You also will only be hit once.
They also roll at disadvantage.
I'm mathing.
For
Oh,
me
well,
as well.
never mind. Hang on a second. Let's
For the
definitely.
hellish rebuke, they got to make a dex.
Yep. What's the dex they need to beat?
17.
It is still going to be 1 hit on you, Desmond. It has failed. The hellish rebuke. Desmond, you also are going to take 9 slashing and 11 necrotic. I would just like to show Lord Soth something here. Let's see here. Just read that there. I mean, just see that. See that little nugget of joy there. Yeah. Just if they
never
crit,
a
they
good
cut
thing
off
to
the
see.
target's head. That's all. Yeah, like whatever. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Uriah, you could put that back on, right?
Yes,
on, I'm gonna do
unless
this
it's
out.
me, and then we'll need to find someone else.
What was the damage on the Hellish Rebuke?
Also, I realized I could cast it at a much higher level.
No, give it to me when you got it, because
Okay.
that's it for them, and Uriah, it is actually your turn.
At the end of their turn.
Yeah.
Desmond wants to go in for a nice little, what is what the proper phrasing of it is, a mauling pounce
Ooh, okay.
at the nearest one to me, so I can give it a claws attack for funsies.
Perfect.
Poor funsies.
It is Uriah
I'm a
and
fan of
then
the
Finn.
funsies.
52 points of fire damage.
52 points. Now, he is also not looking very good at
That's a
all.
whole lot of rebuking going
That
on.
is.
I rebuke thee.
That is quite rebuking. It's very thorough.
I didn't roll for attack. 17.
That is enough.
Perfect. And then that is going to be 11.
11 points of damage. Perfect.
And does it have a... Ooh. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 17 strength saving throw.
It is technically not a creature.
Had hopes.
It is an undead.
Had to say it out there.
But yes, Uriah.
Very well. So, Uriah got
Actually,
hit.
hang on a second. Sorry. What is the save? Yeah.
17.
What sort of save?
Is strength.
Oh, strength. Okay. What did it need to be?
17.
It does make that save. Yep. So it doesn't fall down.
I was hoping.
Although you think if it had a face, it'd be slightly stressed out.
I'll get you next time.
So yeah, Uriah was attacked with sword, axe.
Axe.
Yeah,
they all
so,
have axes.
Of course, the slashing damage in full, I realized I didn't subtract. Uriah, again, thanks to a good book he recently read, Uriah has the resistance to necrotic attacks. And he also, at the top of his turn, without casting a spell, just the glowing aura around him just starts sealing his wounds. He starts to heal up.
Soth, he literally has a halo. It's so dumb.
Disgusting.
There's like some little birds floating around as well. So let's see here. Yeah, I think, when fighting undead, it's always best to present your holy symbol and turn them back in the name of Ezra, back in the name of the Raven Queen. That'll be DC 19 Wisdom.
DC 19 Wisdom. Let's see. Are they very wisdomous? Hang on. Ooh, 19. One of them makes it.
Cool.
Actually, yep, one of them makes it.
That one that does make it, as a bonus action, as he says back in the name of the Raven Queen, a huge raven appears in front of the one that didn't flee and strikes with its beak.
Soth, you see your enemies moving back, shielding their face from the power of the Raven Queen that he commands.
You flee? You flee? The ones that flee, the minions that flee, they're instantly destroyed. I just wipe my hand out and they just vaporize.
You see them all destroyed.
There is no fleeing.
Uriah's just like, I got that. Oh, no, that wasn't me. It's not me. I suspect because they have more than CR2. But so the one, this will just be a straight attack on the one that didn't flee. That is a 24 to hit.
More than enough.
And it does, I'll give you that in a second, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage.
And
Perfect.
I believe that's force.
Anything else from Uriah?
That's everything. Action, bonus action. Mistaken Soth's ability for his own. Yep, everything's done.
At the end of Brother Uriah's turn.
Wow.
You don't mind
Desmond's
doing
hungry.
these legendary actions now.
Yeah, I got to get used to it. Desmond's going to swipe at that one.
Perfect. Roll it.
It's not going to be anything useful. Ooh, that's a 14.
That is not enough. Your claws rake down its armored back, and it turns and looks at you and gives you the ancestral halfling gesture and rebuke. Yeah. And Finn, it is your turn.
Is that the last one left?
There is one remaining.
Before she does anything, Desmond says, "Enjoy your toys."
Thanks for leaving me something to play with, bro.
It wasn't a purposeful thing.
Just because I've had to watch all of this action and wait, I'm going to use Cloud of Daggers at 4th level on this one creature.
There is no save. It's just damage, so you can roll it. Cloud of Daggers is stupid.
8d4. That is 19.
He had 18 left.
Yes!
I mean, I was going to bonus action something and just kill him anyway. So.
Tell me what it looks like when Finn chops it up.
You see Fen kind of raise her hands, and you just see all of these dark metal daggers start forming around her like a cloud. And then she looks at the one that Desmond just tried to attack and just flings her hands out, and you just see them like rotate around them, just chopping him to bits.
Is you all watch this happen. You see him hacked into bits, but you see the bits keep trying to get back up again, and they gets chopped up again, and keeps continuing trying to reform and chops up again. You have to kill it 3 or 4 times before it finally stops moving, but it does stop moving.
But I do have a bonus action of Predatory Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna leap on what's left and go for it.
Have at it, roll it.
It's already dead. So, that is only a 13, but it's bits.
That's it, yeah, plenty. I'm not gonna have you miss on chunks of a dude, so yeah.
I was gonna say, we have to have words later if you make me miss this.
Just shameless plug, Art and Audio gave us these stickers. Paula right here.
So
Make sure you follow Art and Audio on the tweetagrams. They are adorable.
That's another 8 damage.
More than enough, Finn. Soth. Your lieutenants have been dispatched.
Quickly.
Quite quickly.
Expediently. Disgustingly. All right, I'm going to leap off the top of the wall, and I will land in the midst of them all.
And the bits.
Dark powers. You have an important decision to make. Will they face Soth together at his maximum strength? Or will Tatyana face him alone at slightly reduced power?
Oh, look, I told Jabaku my friends would help me, so like you'd embarrass me.
How can I make this as clear as possible? Let's see. If Tatyana faces him alone, stand up.
You know what? No, I can do it. I can do it. Yeah.
We love this. We love this.
They fight as a unit, Soth. They fight as a team.
Oh, when you gave me this this character sheet for the group fight, I was like, please.
I do need you to know he has 2 different stat blocks where he fights them all if she fought him alone. That is true.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dark Powers.
They can change it?
Thank you for being you. You know who you are. Yeah,
They
so
are
I'm
dark and they are
dropping.
powerful.
As I land, I will unleash a destructive necrotic wave to begin our little tete-a-tete here. So everybody within 30 feet, which is all of them.
Not me.
That's it. Nahara
Oh,
is
right,
our
you're
range,
up in the
rest
middle of
them.
the air. Oh, good stuff. Must succeed against a Constitution save, DC 18.
No, sir, I don't like it.
There's something about these tables or something.
Oh, no.
Because that's another nat 20.
Hey,
Well done.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this is a save you want to make.
I was
May I
sitting here
also-
playing with my dice and I rolled 3 nat 20s in a row while they were talking. The table is broken.
It's true.
I
So what
would
you're
like to-
saying is in your later game today, make sure you sit right there.
Yeah.
I would like to venture to disagree and say that the tables are working exactly as they should, because I also got a nat 20.
This destructive wave is pretty rough, y'all. So I'm like,
What was the save?
18.
con.
Con.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, Tatyana has a +10, so that's a 28.
It was a whole 5.
Oh,
We're all standing strong. Oh God.
You dodge the horseman, though, and Uriah.
DC is 18.
yeah.
On the nose.
Oh,
And also resistant to necrotic.
nice.
Only Finn is going to suffer your full fury, Lord Soth.
Okay. So, basically, who got the full fury?
Finn. Everybody
All right.
else made this in the horror.
So you're knocked prone, and you will take. Oh, there's so
That's a
many.
lot of dice.
44
44 points of necrotic. The rest
or
of
22 for the rest.
22 for everybody who made the
Necrotic?
save. Yep. You know what? Those of you that got the 20s, you take no damage. We're among friends here, and there it is. We're among friends. Soft's
then-
going to have plenty of other chances to kill him.
22 and then cut in half for the resistance.
Exactly. 11 for your resistance. Perfect. When Soth lands,
The actual cobblestones ripple, and the air sort of echoes with this shattering boom.
Tatyana, you can't help but remember that night he rode into Koshmar on an undead steed and cast you aside.
That beefy Erjanadzib was but a child.
And I said to you then, you have heart, but you are not worth killing.
But that brings us back to the top of the round. And Tatyana, it is your turn.
Question, just when Soth entered into that area and jumped down, he also took some damage from a bunch of ravens with grabby feet.
It's terrible. What does it say?
It is DC 19 Wisdom.
Wisdom 19, please, Lord Soth.
I can do that.
I will keep track of your hit points.
Unless I
for you.
roll a 3.
Well, you do or don't. I mean, you've got options if you choose to. If you choose to.
Ah, yes. If I have a legendary resistance, if Lord Soth fails a saving throw, he can choose to succeed instead.
Oh no, I'm just trying to. I'm going to keep track of your hit points for you.
Yep. So,
Would you like to burn one of those legendary resistances just on something that happens automatically? That's fine if you want to do that. That's fine.
no, I'll take it for now.
Very well.
The mental games have started.
So yeah, you will take.
Your Aslan is showing.
Oh, sorry. He was cloned from Aslan. All right, so he takes the full 24 points of radiant damage.
Pretty good.
Perfect. Okay. Hang on. You know what? I'm all over here trying to peek over your shoulder. I'm the one that gave you the sheet. I can just pull it up. Perfect. Tatyana, however, it is your turn.
Okay, so Hobolo, my tiny green fae, comes and rests on my shoulder, and I say, Hobolo, go, go. And he says, yes, mother. But because he is fuming, you see tiny little bursts of clouds come from his nose, and he gets advantage on the next attack roll before the end of this turn, which I need. So we will take. If it was a multi-attack. Fuck it, I'm rolling. Okay. Uh-huh. 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 Oh. Oh.
A lot's happening.
Attack modifier to hit, which is a 3. Okay, great. 21
That is enough to hit him.
and a 15.
That is not enough to hit
If
him.
it was, I would be insulted. Okay, so for the one that hits, a tiny short sword is pulled, and we're going to give you 8 points of. Oh no! Hold on. 8 plus 6, 14 points. Some is force, some is piercing.
Tatyana,
Go on.
would you like to use that now?
Sure, as a reaction, Lord Soth may add 6 to his AC against a melee attack that would otherwise hit him. I just parry it out of the way with my sword.
Mama won't like that!
It's difficult to comprehend how anything so big wrapped in metal can be that fast. That even this tiny fey dagger is effortlessly.
And when that blade moves past, it hisses and moans. There's something within that sword, something horrifying.
What? Something horrifying in the sword?
Yeah, the sword itself, yeah. It's fine, don't worry about it.
What? So,
Your sword? You literally picked this fight. It's fine, don't worry about it.
that's a tiny fae, okay? Hold on. Okay, so now it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So, I summon forth the earth itself. You think this land is yours, but all land bends to the will of a druid. And I'm going to need... we're doing 4th level erupting earth. So I'm gonna need, right under Soth, a dex saving throw. I'll do digital.
What do I need to meet?
How?
Yes.
Oh, 16.
No problem. 19.
The earth roils and cracks underneath him, and he maintains his footing, but he will take half damage.
Oh, great. Okay, so we need 3 d12s.
Valentine and then Desmond, by the way, on deck.
Hold on, but that doesn't. That's.
Nope. What'd it say? Nope. What'd it say?
7. And a possible 36.
My
So
stones.
that's a 3.
My stones.
I use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Valentine.
You cannot, because you cast Erupting Earth. You can't cast 2-leveled spells.
That's a thing that you spellcasters remember all the time. Huh?
I know. Normally, you're too busy being angry. That's true. Anything else from Tatyana?
No.
Valentine, your enemy has presented himself.
Yeah, I am going to pull down the red piece of my Helm of the Dragon Queen, and I am going to twin spell a firebolt at you.
Perfect.
That is a 23 to hit
That
and
is enough.
a 13 to hit.
And that is not enough.
One of them hit.
One hit.
Oh.
My spell attack is not the same. It's fine.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It wasn't a 16, it was a 21. But you cast something.
Yeah.
No, but you
What's
cast
that?
it on the Fae. I did hit you. I'm not used to casting spells.
Dark powers. Do we allow this revision of history? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Ha! You take all 7!
That'll show me. Well, now you've pissed me off. I was fine with you before this. But that 7 damage really took me over the top.
Even though I brought my friends to kill you?
Oh, I won't be dying this day.
Important point of clarification while we're revising history. After Tatyana acts, would Lord Soth do anything in retribution?
You can't.
I am the darkest power, and we're rewinding time.
Okay.
You have a number of options, Lord Soth.
Oh, but I do. Well, in this case, I will.
I have a mutant ability to know when a camera's pointed at me. Even I don't know. I'm like literally over here, and I'm like, this camera. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't. Yeah.
I will, well, that's just pissed me off so much now. All right, I'll disrupt life. Each living creature within 30 feet. So all of you will pay for
Except
this.
Nahara.
Except me.
Again, everyone will pay for this outrage.
Question on living.
Make a DC 17 Constitution save.
Technically, there's 3 dead among us.
Right. So is mine cut in half?
Dark powers.
I'm not quite alive.
I would also argue to be not quite
We
alive.
we have a dump here, and we have a
Reborn Abbot
reborn
Sorcerer.
who are of the undead type.
Oh, sorry.
Felt appreciated.
If we're gonna count them as dead, rather than just get killed, give me a thumbs up. All right, fine. Valentine and Finn are ineligible targets. Desmond, Uriah, and Tatyana very much are living things.
I had an con save anyway.
Con save.
Does he have to roll for this, or is it just
That's
us?
a fail.
He has.
You have to roll.
Nope.
I was hoping.
What, sorry?
We should not.
Dark
no.
power.
I decide who the spirit guardians affect. It's not by type.
Thank you.
They're not your type. Is that what you're saying?
They got grabby feet.
I got it.
That is one fail from Uriah. Desmond, you seem like you're doing a sad.
Oh no. Oh no.
Where's your natural 20s
That's
now?
a natural one, Tatyana.
Dirty
Hold that
20.
thought.
Constitution I have in
You would take
space.
I adore you.
Oh.
That is 2 of them have failed to save, Lord Soth.
All right. So they will take 21 damage.
21 points of necrotic damage. That's not
Half?
counting for any mitigation. Yes. As you all watch Desmond and Uriah, large welts and lesions begin forming all over them as their flesh begins to literally die right in front of you. You feel your life force leaving your body and going into Lord Soth's. However, Valentine,
That was 27 points of damage from my firebolt.
27.
And then at the start of each of your turns, you're now on fire, and you will continue to take a d6 of damage until someone puts you out.
Literally hot. It's great.
It's new.
It's good.
Lord Soth.
That happens at the top of Soth's turn?
Yes.
Okay, and also grabby feet.
Nice.
Lord Soth.
Grabby feet damage.
Know that.
Yeah, no, I'm taking care of that.
Also, Finn has a
only
thing.
you have
Yes.
this option here.
Right.
That's the only one you have
benevolent
left. If you choose to
DM.
use it now, yeah.
I have a reaction to that.
Yes. What would you like to do?
As a reaction, when a creature you see within 30 feet of you takes damage from an attack or spell, I can use a reaction to remove any damage resistance dealt by the triggering attack, including the triggering effect. This lasts until the end of the target's next turn.
He does not have any fire resistance.
Oh.
So I can't negate the damage on them.
Wait, read
It's
that to me
negating
again.
resistance,
I
I
think
think.
it hurts him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang
Like
nabbit.
if she was trying to use fire and he had fire resistance, you can take it away
Oh, well. I tried.
That was a good try.
when it's
Yeah.
your turn.
I'm surprised he doesn't have fire resistance, to be honest.
Well, he's
Is it your
using
turn?
fire, so.
Well, you definitely should
I
use
tried,
that up
I'm
because you got
sorry.
this
No,
many,
no need to
and
roll
you've
that.
used
Thank you for
that
the
many.
So I got
Yeah.
one. Okay.
Hellish rebuke, but
However, the firebolt was a bonus action.
Please proceed.
Due to meta magic. Dissonant Whispers, make me a wisdom save of 17.
Wisdom.
He is very wisdomous.
Yep. 19.
Okay, great. So that will be halved. Where did that just go?
In case you're wondering, this is how you sorcerer.
It's taking its time to roll the digital dice. It was
That's how it
76s, so I'm saving us a little time. But I can come back to you with the damage if you'd like. It's
Perfect. At the end of her turn, Lord Soth,
So I'm going to use one of my legendary actions for an extra attack
go ahead and roll it.
on this foul, glowing, sickening thing in front of me.
Absolutely.
So I unleash a sword attack on him. It's going to be a 25.
25 enough, Brother Uriah?
Yes, it is. It certainly is.
Just made it? All right. I'm going to, hold on.
I would just like to point out, they've gotten so many 20s and such horrible things happen. If he gets a 20 or if those headless horsemen got 20s, not a one between us here. Dark powers, come on, what is this? What is this?
30 damage, 17 of it is necrotic, though.
Okay. So that'll be only
Was it
8 points of
13,
necrotic.
17?
13 and 17. Okay. So 13 and
13
8.
slashing, right. Mhm.
Okay.
That's a
so
21.
Perfect.
Oh, and sorry, is this the top of your turn?
Now it is the top of his turn.
Okay.
Right.
So they roll for you and Valentine, him being
It
on
was
fire.
26 additional points of damage
26 more.
from the Dissonant Whispers. Oh, I'm sorry, that's halved.
sorry.
So 13.
I got it. And how much damage from him being
6
on
fire
fire?
damage.
Perfect. You all notice, though, the wounds on him are closing up before your very eyes. The dents in the metal are popping back out again, and he is repairing himself.
But before he goes any further, grabby feet come into play. For 22 points of radiant damage.
Woo!
Perfect. It is, however, your turn, Lord Soth. And I believe that is what you intended to do.
So at this point, basically, I'm internally, those orbs of fire within my helmet, they start to flare up, and I kind of close up for a moment, and then I let out this horrendous roar from within, and fire shoots out from between all the different spaces in my armor, out from within the holes in my helmet, and it sprays out in this hellfire orb in all directions.
What's the range of that orb?
120, so you are 90. You all have seen the hellfire orb before. This is the very attack he used to destroy the cathedral that he is now using to destroy each of you.
DC need 18.
Dex save.
Dex, terrible.
This one is rough.
I get advantage on dex saves.
Yep, because you're a barbarian.
So
Exactly
let's do it. Let's do this. Let's do it as 10 and 10.
Come on.
yeah,
What
so
was the total we needed?
You need 18 is what you need
Just
to beat.
made it, 19.
ooh,
21.
21,
17.
17,
25.
25,
Nine.
My dex.
18.
19. Well, I'm going to give you the good news and the bad news first.
so
this-
half on what I'm about to tell you.
Half,
The first half is fire damage.
Mhm.
Oh, there's so many dice.
Oh, I do believe
That's
right.
41.
So Tatyana, 41 fire damage, 20 fire damage for the rest of you.
I
It's
also
not
have a
over.
resistance to fire
Not
damage,
over.
so I
That's
have the red
again
mask
not
down.
counting any mitigation. So, and then do it again.
And now necrotic damage.
In
29.
An additional 29 in necrotic to Tatyana, so 14 necrotic to each of you.
I'm immune.
Then nothing at all.
Hate it.
I hate this for me.
What was that, sorry, fan?
I hate this for me.
As he unleashes this devastating assault of necrotic and fire.
Can I hellish rebuke him since he attacked us and we took damage?
Is Hellish Rebuke only if you take damage or if you get attacked specifically? It's been so long since I've
Hellish
Hellish Rebuke.
rebuke is a bone reaction.
That's a reaction.
I
but
think it's reaction to taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the damage you. Yep, you can't Hellish Rebuke him.
All right,
you were
you
saying
need to make a 14 dex save, which I'm guessing Lord
You never
Soth will
know.
do.
Oh yeah, natural 20.
I'm glad you soaked that up now because it's you don't.
Ooh.
You don't want me to do that on an attack, so better I did it on the save.
I don't think so. After Soth is Nahara.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then Uriah.
Well, then I'll have to wait for what I'm about to do.
Perfect. Anything else from Lord Soth?
I've used all my legendary this turn.
Did I go this
Well, now that it is your turn, they've come back again.
Oh.
So after
Oh, I have all those again.
You have them all again. However, Nahara, it is your turn.
I should mention Uriah falls down.
What?
What?
Again?
Oh,
Yep.
but Uriah's not here to get him up. Oh,
Oh, can I use those legendary
He is,
actions?
however, still glowing.
Oh, I hate that glow.
I'm going to spare the dying on Uriah.
Hold on, it's not your turn. It is Nahara's turn.
Dag nabbit.
Let me. I need to
goodness.
read something very carefully. Yep.
Yeah.
So there you go. Soon, but not quite.
And I act out of order.
Nahara, it is your turn.
Searching for my Healy things, searching for my Healy things. Out of range.
You all chose that they would fight Super Soth. I just want the record to show.
Nahara not being able to do anything Healy at that point.
You are death warded. The dark powers.
So I am.
He springs back with 1 hit point. But still a very choice target.
Oh,
Lord Soth.
and still glowing.
Still glowing.
Nahara looks down at Soth. All right, Knight. Time to give you more than just a flesh wound. There's another crown of starry thing from the crown. Shoots over at you.
His head worse.
Oh, however, that's 14 points to hit.
What, if anything, does Soth say when she misses miserably?
I look forth and I say, "You shall never defeat me, and your pitiful attempts will always haunt you."
No one calls me pitiful and tries to insult me in the middle of battle.
Anything else from Nahara?
Yes, I want to move 30 feet up higher.
That will take you to 120. You were 90 before. That will take you to 120.
Still technically in range.
Still in
However,
range,
now
but,
it is your.
you know.
You can do any of those now.
Great. So I've got my legendary actions back. So I instantly, the ground again shifts. I'm right beside this glowing, foul thing that has returned itself.
Hello.
I bring forth my blade just in this cutting strike down towards you.
Very well.
The blade whispers. Oh.
Is that a one?
Uriah,
Yeah.
you all dark powers. Something terrible's about to happen. Dark powers, do you intervene on his behalf? Thumbs up if you intervene. Thumbs down if you don't.
Oh, this is too hard. What?
That's a lot of thumbs up.
No, that's not gonna do pants.
That's a lot of thumbs up. Uriah,
Yes?
the blade comes screaming towards your neck. And you are quite sure it is going to take your head clean off your body. But as the dark powers remind, you can cancel the critical hit. You will still hit him, you will still damage him, you just will not take his head off his body.
Oh, my fun. Lord Soth's like, oh, gosh. No, oh, shucks. Fudge. All right, so hold on. First, it's 11 slashing damage.
He falls to the ground.
Well,
we're not done doing damage, yeah.
And then you've got your 17 necrotic.
Which is halved. He falls to the ground.
sort of bounced and then back down. It was like a double bounce.
You see Uriah spring back up and Soth pounce on him, and Uriah managing to hold up a hand just enough before he is knocked back to the ground.
Extinguish this light in my place.
Uriah, I'm going to need a death save. Because it is your turn now.
Very well. If it's my turn, you notice the glow around Uriah heals him automatically as his eyes spring open again and he speaks a word which
would have lost the Spirit Guardians when you were unconscious.
Yes, the Spirit Guardians are gone.
Okay.
Spirit Guardians are gone, and actually so is the spiritual weapon. Both of those are gone. However, Uriah's eyes pop open and he speaks a word, heal. So he gets 70 hit points back.
Soth, this insect, this crude approximation of Azul Rex just seems to refuse to die.
All right, I'm going to...
It's family resemblance. However, is that all from Uriah?
I knew that you would come for me one day because you've always... No, wait. This is the first time we've had any interaction. I've never actually seen you up to this point. Oh, yes. So, let's see. Bonus. Do I have a bonus? No, I've already cast a leveled spell. Uriah uses his movement to no longer be prone.
Okay.
And he is going to be hunkering down behind his shield. So I think I've got his attention, everyone! Oh, question.
Yeah.
Were those attacks made at disadvantage? You are undead, are you not, Lord Soth?
In my own realm, I'm at a disadvantage.
You are undead.
The first one, the spell is what knocked you out, and that would have gotten rid of the spirit. Are you saying because the Book of Exalted Deeds, it's a disadvantage?
Yeah, any attack by a fiend or undead upon me.
Roland, I mean, he's got a pretty chunky bonus, so. Yeah, no, he still would have got you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're just checking. Okay, so Uriah's just got his shield and be like, I've got his attention, everyone!
What, if anything, do you do at the end of his turn?
He gets back up. He's still glowing. I told you to be gone. I'm going to use another legendary action to attack.
Please do.
Very well.
Can I use 2 at once? Can I
You can-
slash?
You basically can do any of the things on this
Right,
list,
so I'm
but only once.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you know, you could.
Oh, I could do
nothing
that.
stopping that if you want to.
But he's
You're
got-
being such a gentleman, Lord Soth.
Oh, it's so true.
Be terrible, Lord Soth. They're all watching you. They're mocking you, Lord Soth.
Oh, that's frightening.
Oh, yeah. I'll unleash. Yeah, I'll unleash it.
That guy has no
So I'm just
head.
gonna
How did he yell that?
Suck that life force
Lord,
from this foul thing.
Lord Soth is going to disrupt life again.
Very well.
DC 17 con from everybody but Nahara. You
Does
are
he have
out
to
of
roll
range.
for that at all? Does he have to roll for that at all? I was hoping.
No, we got to
You
roll.
have to roll.
I know.
Okay.
I still can hope.
But I still got my resistance to necrotic.
Ben failed.
17 con. 17 con.
Nope.
Nope.
That's a 20.
Well, the good news is he didn't roll super high. So
No.
And that's con?
everybody that
27.
failed is.
Oh.
Did you say 27 con?
I did.
like Valentine's been lifting. And
All
we didn't
flax.
15 necrotic to everybody who failed at the save. 7 necrotic. If you didn't, not counting
And then-
anybody's mitigation.
Okay, so after this big wave, you see, so Uriah takes like 3 points of damage, and just sort of peeks out from behind the shield and goes, "I can do this all day."
It's good. It's good.
Nahara swoons because we've established that's a free action.
Swooning is a free action. Then it is your turn.
What about Desmond?
Also, I'm down because 7 was 1 more hit point than I had.
Valentine has. Oh, I apologize. Yeah, Desmond should have been after Valentine. Sorry about that. Desmond.
cool.
Yep.
I'm just happy because, right when it becomes Desmond's turn, some of his wounds just start to kind of patch themselves up a little bit, and that just makes me very happy in and around my body.
Uriah would have seen Valentine fall, right?
But it would have been after your turn because of the legendary action that would have.
Okay.
It's very visible. She does everything very dramatically.
She collapse onto a fainting couch.
Does a thing
Fainting couch just
emerges
appears
out of
there.
the cobblestone?
It's elvish. It's beautiful.
It's true.
Yeah.
You hear people begin
hold
weeping
below.
across Sithicus.
Scoots it in.
Yes, sir.
I have a question.
Yes.
I texted it to you just in case you didn't want to hear it said out loud, but it is a question in regards to whether or not Soth counts as a creature.
Soth is a creature. Yes.
Perfect. And he would not have all of his hit points then, correct? At this point?
Also correct.
Perfect. Which gives me advantage on all of the attack rolls against him right now, which
Perfect.
makes me very happy because I would very much like the multi-attack.
While you're rolling this, I'd just like to point out that Kyle here in the front row was one of my patrons, and he texted me somewhere along the way, like, "Holy shit, you are tall." I'm like, "Yeah, dude, yeah, it's true." So it's like, I exist in the meat space, you know? I have legs. It's true.
He's very tall. All right,
After Desmond, it is Finn, and then we're back at the top with Tatyana.
so for the multi-tag, the first being a bite, that is going to be a dirty 20.
That is enough.
And then the...
Well, is it enough, Soth? Do you allow it?
Stop it.
Down, Desmond.
I will not allow it.
Again, as your mouth comes out to bite, the sword just swings up and slaps you in the jaw.
Don't worry, there's more. And that second attack is going to be a 21.
That is also enough.
Perfect. And that one is going to be... 18?
Perfect. Anything
No,
else?
not
from-
18. 14, sorry.
14? Perfect. Anything else from
Yes.
Desmond?
He does have to succeed on a DC 17 strength save.
Go ahead and give me that.
Yep, 21.
He
All right, cool.
saves.
Cool.
He had to estimate. He probably weighs about 450 pounds.
but,
You're trying to push against
Bigger
him.
they are, the harder they fall.
That is true. That is true. Also, it isn't at all that is propaganda that little people say to make themselves feel better.
Desmond's changed. He's not little, so he doesn't really care.
Perfect. Anything else from Desmond? Nope. Finn.
Can I use Spare the Dying on Valentine?
You absolutely can.
All right, I spare the dying on Valentine, so you are stabilized.
Thank you.
Since that is a cantrip, do I still get my attack?
No. You could do a bonus action. You could cast a bonus action leveled spell, but for you, Spare the Dying is an action. For him, Spare the Dying is a bonus action.
Oh, dagnabbit. Oh, look at that. I get an attack as a bonus action.
Hey!
I'm going to do a Predatory Strike using my dex. I normally get 2 attacks. Do I still get 2? Or just 1?
Just the 1.
All right. Don't fail me, Tungsten. That is a 26.
That is enough to hit him.
Well done.
Also, if you're listening, that was a mighty thud, because that is a very heavy die.
Those are basey dice. That is
These
true.
are tungsten.
That's good stuff.
Solid tungsten. That is only 4 points of damage, however.
Perfect. Anything else from Finn?
Not unless I can do another bonus action. I am sadly done.
That is just the one.
Finn's turn.
All right. That brings us back around to the top. Tatyana.
But at the end of Finn's turn,
Oh, yes, at the end of
Desmond
Finn's
wants
turn.
to swipe at him really quick.
Go ahead and roll it.
And since I have advantage, let's roll those. No, it's trash. I think it's claws, which that's 15.
Again,
Had that feeling.
as his claws scrape against your armor.
Literally, you scratch down the armor, and even though it's already damaged and dented, as it's scratching, it's literally filling back in. It does nothing, and it does not break through.
Tatyana.
Okay, first things first. Hobolo says, Mom said to slash you! He has my accent.
He didn't,
So
he didn't
this
last turn. I'm
tiny
very
man-
confused.
It comes in and out. He grew up part with me, part with his father. It's a long story. So first, multi-attack coming from a tiny fuming fae, but that one gets advantage. You're in trouble. Okay. And this is the multi-attack.
I believe the term is multi-miss.
Burn. Psychic damage.
Emotional damage.
It
Emotional.
hits. Yeah, the psychic damage hits. Yeah. I don't think a 6, whatever modifier, will do it.
No.
Oh,
So,
no.
Again,
I am going to.
the Fae misses terribly. You know what? Actually, hold on a second. How many hit points does the Fae have?
70.
Oh, he would have been hit with all these waves.
It would have been hit with all of these waves,
waves.
even if it made all the saves.
the
It is
ghost of where it
destroyed.
had been standing.
Yeah, he just popped like a soap bubble.
He's like, just the silhouette of this thing still exists,
Burned into
still
the wall.
flashing, but
Yeah.
no one can feel him, and he doesn't know yet, so don't tell him. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to cast. I run over to the fallen Valentine with maybe just stabilize slightly. I say, I can't do this alone. I'm going to cast Healing Word at 4th level.
Okay, that is a bonus action.
8, 12, plus 3 is 15.
Thank you.
And then for my action, I say enough of this, and I will wild shape as I grow in size and fur and turn into a glorious blue polar bear.
Are you sure it's not an owlbear?
Okay, there's like some feathers around the neck, and it's got a little beak, but it's definitely a polar bear.
Wow, druids could do that? That's so cool.
They
That's
can
a
in
rule of
Ravenloft.
cool.
That's
Rule
a
of cool.
rule of cool.
Rule of cool.
The polar bears in Ravenloft look like owl heads. Yes. Please proceed.
Well, I wish I could rage and attack, but that's for another time. I wanted my friend to do cool sorcerer shit.
At the end of her round, of her turn, do you do anything, Lord Soth?
Oh, I'm also
How many-
in front of Valentine.
How many hit points did you heal, Valentine?
16. I have 16 now. I got 15 from her, and I had the 1 from being stabilized by Fen.
Perfect.
All right. I hate watching them get back up. I hate watching them heal, futilely trying to sustain themselves in the face.
You're
of
healing yourself all the
destruction.
time.
Oh, do as I say, not as I do. Is that it?
Hypocrite.
You don't even go here.
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
My day off.
So it's not my turn yet. I'm just going to use my
Yeah,
legendary.
Mhm.
I'm going to disrupt.
You
4? Oh no, I
only have
used
enough
the.
to do- yeah, there you go.
Okay. So I'm going to unleash an extra attack upon this polar bear. This horrifying
why would
thing
the
in
polar
front of
bear.
me.
She's beautiful.
Well, she got hit with a 25.
Yeah, that hits the
Yeah.
polar bear.
All right. So it's 13 slashing.
Resistant to slashing.
Oh.
You're not raging yet.
I'm not. I was thinking about that stone skin, but I think wild shape.
You would have lost it when she fell unconscious.
That is true. I dropped concentration.
12.
And then 13 necrotic.
Yep, so 25 total. That's how necrotic it was.
You should have fought me alone. Instead, now you have sent your friends to their death.
I did. I've made a terrible decision. Please forgive me.
It
Valentine.
wasn't you, it was the dark powers.
Are you not entertained, Dark Powers? Are you not entertained? Tatyana.
Combat is not entertainment. I take no pleasure in this.
Soth, you notice something. When Tatyana wild shapes into this beast, something falls out of her pocket. A large black rose.
Stops. And I stare. The embers shudder as I look down at it. Where did you get this?
It is the language of the beast. However, Valentine, it is your turn.
Hookup in a market. I don't think you know him.
At the end of Tatyana's turn, after he swipes, Desmond would like to. After he attacks, Desmond would like to swipe at him as well.
Roll it. Yay.
And I don't see it coming because I'm staring down at this rose.
And that'll be 28.
That is enough. Yay.
And then it's going to be 9 damage.
Valentine.
And you're tearing into me, and I'm basically not even moving. Like it's I'm being hurt. I'm being slashed and attacked, but I'm still staring downward, just sort of frozen at this flower.
Is
Still have to save to do that DC strength save.
Oh, yeah.
17.
Soth is looking at this flower, captivated. You all start to hear that song again, coming from everywhere and nowhere, all at once. Valentine, would you like to allow Tatyana to speak with him? You have the ability to do so. Would the Dark Powers allow this as a free action for Valentine to do?
You know what, then, since the dark powers are helping, I would like to request something. I would like to request that she can respond to him, but he absolutely cannot speak to him at all. There is no telepathic bond between them. It is one-sided.
One way.
Anything he says, he has to say out loud.
It is absolutely within your power to do such a thing, especially with the assistance of the ever fickle Dark Power.
Oh, so fickle.
Tatyana, you heard what Soth said.
Are you missing something?
You. What have you? Where did this come from? What do you think you are doing by bringing that here?
I am exacting revenge for what you did to my people and my land and what was a really nice wedding.
Do you think I take pleasure in these deeds? Do you think I do not know what I have become?
Look, dude, you're giving me really confusing signals. Am I supposed to kill you, or are you a good guy?
We fight because we must. Honor dictates. And our past dictates who we are and who we may yet be.
For the rest of you, you very clearly hear him saying this, and Tatyana just staring and snarling back at him.
I said your life is mine to take, and take it I must.
Why?
Why do we do any of the things we do? Why do the dark powers stare upon us, entertained by our torture?
What dark powers? Who told you to come to Kashmir?
I follow commands. No! I will carry out. I will get what is mine. Your life is forfeit. Your friends are forfeit. Nothing else matters.
Why do I sense hesitation? Why are you doing this? If you are hesitating, if you would just apologize, maybe I'd let it go. And there's a polar bear just snarling in your face, like saliva dripping.
Valentine, I'm also going to say, because you are the bridge, you are aware of the exchange that is taking place between the two of them. The rest of you, it is snarls, but clearly some sort of exchange.
I'm a lot of saliva.
Uriah will turn to the others and go, "She's smarter than the average bear."
Thank you all for coming. That's our show. There you go. We're done here.
I also have to appreciate. I have to appreciate the fact that raging Tatyana's like, maybe if you were just nicer to people.
That's true. Maybe you should not
wish
be
I
just
were
all uncool, man. Right.
I still, because Tatyana had jumped directly in front of me to transform into that bear, while she's like growling in his face, I stay right up behind her and I just place one hand on her back so she can feel that I'm there.
That's so nice.
Although it is Valentine's turn. Valentine, give me insight with advantage, please.
Okay. 19.
Does Soth intend to continue fighting?
I hesitate. The black rose, it's trapped in my mind. I'm not fighting back right now.
Valentine, you know there is a moment his defenses are down. He is distracted. You can strike him, or you can allow Tatyana to continue with whatever this is.
I'd like to speak telepathically with Tatyana, and I would like to just go, this is up to you.
I want to kill him, but another me, a future me, a stranger me, said violence is sometimes not the answer. Do you think this is what she meant?
Yeah, I do.
All of you give me perception checks with advantage.
Advantage.
Not you, Soth. You're aware of this.
28.
Whew. Finally, a nat 20.
Radar.
22 for me.
22, 28, all high math. Especially you, Finn.
I got 22.
You all
19.
are aware that people are stopping what they're doing. They're coming out of buildings. Finn, you're aware everyone, not just here, everyone in Sithicus has stopped what they're doing and is looking. Some of them are holding each other's hands. Some of them are clutching holy symbols. Hundreds of eyes, real eyes, human eyes, caring eyes, not these eyes.
Is it possible to get in on the link that Valentine has with Tatyana?
By now, again,
Absolutely. If I'm allowed, yes.
you all know this game.
Yeah, we probably have like some like symbol.
Yeah. It shouldn't be that one.
Right, tug on the earlobe
No,
3
no.
times.
Well, we don't have this.
Means nothing.
It's like, what is that?
Right.
These people are watching, and if we kill Soth right now, they may very well kill us, but I understand the need for revenge, Tatyana. But just note that all of Sithicus is watching.
Desmond would like to add to that, if possible.
Desmond, what, sorry?
Would like to add.
Did you do the signal?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, always. It's just like,
Little.
in his mind, Desmond says, when I saved the wolves from the other Nahara, when the Dark Lord there died, the realm died with them. So if we do that, prepare to run. But I agree, we may want to hold.
I didn't actually take an action. I would like to use my highest level spell slot, and all I have is a mass suggestion, which can typically be on a bunch of people. So while he's weakened, I'm hoping it'll benefit. That is a wisdom save of 17. And I'm going to make that at or something.
1 second before you roll. What is it that you intend to suggest he do?
Drop your weapon.
Soth? Dark powers. This is an important question. Soth is unique amongst all the Dark Lords in that he can be redeemed.
I do not sing by choice.
He can be reached. There is something in him of the man he once was that is not completely gone. Ultimately, what he does will be up to Lord Soth. But if the dark powers will his redemption, raise your hand.
I do have a question about.
I think that's a little more than half says yes to redemption, but ultimately, only Soth himself can decide. But yes, Nahara.
As I've spent some time chilling up there, what does Nahara's sun sword feel while she's up there?
Hope.
I do the little winky thing that lets everybody know that we're doing a group chat maybe at this time.
From 120 feet up?
Again, smooth. It's true. Hashtag act natural.
For a moment.
Well, I think Nahara's going to say something.
Oh.
Thus far, you know that the sword has not betrayed me or us in our times here. And for the first time, there is hope.
Can Uriah try an insight roll? And, man of the cloth knows the whole thing about repentance.
I know we haven't resolved your suggestion yet, but yes, go ahead and give me this insight.
So that is 6 plus 16, 22 total.
2 questions. Does Soth even attempt to hide his emotions? Because there is a chance you can roll counter. There is a chance you could simply get higher than him and be inscrutable.
Are we still in initiative?
Technically,
Dang,
we're
the
about
zone
to
of truth.
we're about to find out. You know.
No, he can perceive what's happening within. I'm not going to resist. There's this quell of guilt and horror, frustration, endless tortures inflicted on others, and the guilt he feels for himself and his actions. He holds forth his blade for a moment, raises it, and then that suggestion sort of washes over him. The strange thing is, you think he could have resisted it. He could have chosen to resist it. But he casts the blade down into the ground, throws it so hard into the street, into the cobblestones themselves, that it splits into the ground, and the blade is sort of swallowed up whole by Sithicus itself. He drops to one knee. He pulls forth his helmet off of his head, his hideous undead visage underneath revealed. As a man, his flesh withered, his body is destroyed. And he drops to one knee and silently prays to Paladine.
Not loud enough for
We've established you are connected to him mentally. That's as good a delivery system as any, Valentine. Although, Valentine, give me an insight check. You can also give it with advantage. Understanding people is what you do. You can't be a lot's happening. You can't be 100% certain, Valentine. But whatever this is, whatever he's doing, this is beyond the power of mere suggestion. Tatyana. You know, Voronika told you. The black rose has to be freely offered and freely taken. What would you like to do?
He pulled it from the ground after it fell from my pocket.
He just looked at it.
It's just there on the ground.
I see the moments we're going for. Tatyana.
That's an Act 1 callback.
This bear,
Despair.
this giant blue bear, bends down, tries to pick up the head of the black rose. It takes a few tries, but the paws lift it. And then she leaves wild shape into a very damaged bear genasi and offers it to this man with no mask. Bruce?
Soth, you understand. That rose represents many things. Healing, redemption, forgiveness.
Do we forgive?
All things you have denied yourself for a very, very long time.
What is the worth of a man without honor? What is the worth of vows given and broken? Vows in love, vows in faith, vows of knighthood. We are here in these places because we fail. You came here because you all have things to atone for. Things that make us beasts. Things that make us less than what we should be. And yet, what did I tell you? So few mortals have my respect. So few. This man who you've seen move with such strength and power and confidence, he reaches towards the rose, and at the last instant, his hand shudders And he takes it, and then he sort of holds it close and then says, "You must leave me for now. All of you. With my thanks." And that last word stretches out as Sithicus starts to wash away in front of you, and the mists gather forth and pull you from this place and from my sight. And yet, it is not the oppressive mist that you're used to. It's not the harsh sort of shadow looking over your shoulder. There's a strange, hopeful air, a lighter kind of grace. And the music that you hear is of the elves, not in their sorrow, but with a hopeful hymn of maybe a better future.
You all hear what sounds like a wedding procession. Different than the one you all encountered Soth at last time. And you hear a great cheer go up to Lord Soth and Lady Corinne. Hip, hip, huzzah! And as the mists wash over all of you, that is a good place for us to stop.
I love weddings.
And hello and welcome to the Black Dice Society live on Gencon. At the top, we didn't get a chance to introduce all of these wonderful people who have blessed us with their time and talent. First of all, just one last hand for everybody, please. Here. And I will allow you to introduce yourselves in the order in which you appeared, starting with Lord Aslan Rex.
Hello, I'm Mark. I'm Mark Meir. I play Brother Uriah. I also play Aslan Rex. And here at Gen Con, not only am I doing this show that you have already watched, but I'm
It's
also
kind of
doing
incredible, though, wasn't it?
And the quick change.
It's true, quick change, quick
Super
change.
sharp.
But tomorrow night, I'm going to be guesting on Rivals of Waterdeep, which I believe is in this same very room.
Awesome.
Lovely. I'll be playing Baloth Baratil, I believe, in that one. I'm looking forward to that. And then at 10 p.m., also in this room, I'll be in Stitch of Fate, a podcast by night, playing a little bit of Vampire the Masquerade. Thank you very much. You can, of course, watch our podcast anywhere, or listen to our podcast anywhere you find the podcast. And tomorrow night, we will have a very special guest, Mr. Jason Charles Miller. joining us.
I'd just like to point out that Freely's going to be there tomorrow.
Oh,
Also,
yes.
he's going to have a word with Baloth after
yes.
that, like kerfluffle in the black pits.
What? Things are great.
Listen, well, I mean, if you think that there was
things
a
worked out-
Tarask, Baloth,
Things
you
worked
didn't
out
tell us
great
there
for
was a
Whittle.
Tarask.
It worked out great for Whittle.
Perfect. Jim?
Hey, thank you so much for having me today. I gotta tell you guys, I have only been doing the stream games for a couple years now, and we first met each other at D&D Live 2019, had the craziest session. Every time I get to play with you is a gift. Getting to meet all these amazing people, getting to interact with all you guys. I feel like I just sort of skip along lightly along the edge of all this amazing stuff. My name's Jim Zub. I'm probably best known for writing comic books. I do the official D&D comic that I've been doing since 5th edition launched in 2014. Make sure you check those out, including our favorite beloved ranger, Minsk the Mighty, and Boo, the miniature giant space hamster. It has been a blast to bring that character back to modern Forgotten Realms continuity. It's been just an absolute joy. My wife and I and our good friend, we do a series called the Young Adventurer's Guides for Dungeons & Dragons.
If I could just say one thing. When we first agreed to have him come, we talked about maybe having Minsk here, and I was like, Minsk is going to have a real rough time in Ravenloft. So let's not do that.
But the Young Adventurer's Guides, if you guys haven't had a chance to check these out, it's a perfect way to introduce someone to the hobby. We've got them here at the show at my booth. If you come by 1849 We've got an amazing array of my books, also Howard Taylor and this guy, Tracy Hickman. You might have heard of him.
Some dude. Like
Done a
whatever.
couple things like, Ravenloft. And so it's just an awesome experience to be here. Thank you guys so much for having me. If you want to see any of the stuff I'm doing, I'm on social media, Jim Zub at Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, and jimzub.com. Thank you. You rock.
Here's the part where I have to big up Jim
Don't
Zub.
do this.
I'm going to do
He
it.
always does
I
this.
do it
Don't
every
do
time.
it. You're
So
killing me.
you guys know I'm always ranting about,
Stop it.
like, here's how you break in. Here's
Nope.
how you make it. Listen to Jim Zub. My writing career exists
That's not
literally because I read his articles and did the things he says do. So go to jimzub.com, read the things. The man knows what he's talking about. I'm literally living proof. I would not be here if not for Jim Zub.
B. Dave, you would have been successful anywhere, anyway. Tanya, stop it.
All right. And Nora.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nora Ibrahim. I play Nahara in Black Die Society, a reborn Fallen Aasimar undead warlock with a few levels of College of the Spirit Bard. And the College of the Spirits has been, I got an A.
It's true.
College of Spirits. I occasionally play the Raven Queen and a body taker plant Nahara that we don't really talk about. I will be playing with the Glass Cannon along with Becca Scott Friday at 10 o'clock in the Westin Ballroom 5. And we're doing like this very chaotic improv-y role-playing game.
The audience gets to roll a die. We have to do what the die says based on a D60 table.
Yeah, so if you liked this and you want to keep that vibe going, please feel free to stop by tomorrow. Saturday, Sunday, I will be at the Glass Cannon booth. It's booth 174. It's actually a glass booth that we're going to be streaming from. It will also be streaming on the Gencon and the Glass Cannon shows. But Saturday we'll be doing Scum and Villainy, our little space RPG adventure. And then at 2 p.m. we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu, and then Sunday at 10 a.m. we're going to be playing Vampire the Masquerade. And I want to, since we started the show with a Taroka deck reading, but I don't want to leave it on a bad vibe.
There is no guarantee that it is going to be a positive vibe if you draw
That
a card
is
out of
true.
That deck.
That is true. But I was gifted a very lovely tarot card deck here by Cypher that's called That Feeling One, and it's by Lisa Penrose, and this is the first time I've opened it. So I would like you to tell me when to stop, and this is where I'm going to leave you off with. It says, that feeling when nothing is happening and everything is perfect and whole.
A second cursed deck.
That's where Lord Soth is right now.
Yes.
That is true. That is true. The streak continues.
So, and thank you all for coming.
Sage.
Hi, friends. I'm Sage Ryan. And I, of course, have been Valentine. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Not Sage or on the Pixel Circus channel, where I play a lot of tabletop games. You can also find me in this room in a few hours at 6 p.m., where I will be playing with Becca and the Good Time Society for Call of Cthulhu games. So if you're enjoying the scary, creepy vibes, I think we're going to keep them up. I was told don't play a character you're too attached to. So I hope we will see you all then, and come join us on the Pixel Circus adventures. There's a lot of fun stuff happening over there very soon.
Perfect. Cypher.
Hi, I'm Tanya, also known as Cypher of Tyr, ever online. I have been Fen, your Drow Dump here, Blood Hunter with a skosh of Warlock. In about 2.5 hours, if you are a person of color, you're welcome to join us for the BIPOC Mixer. It is over in ICC 241. I'm also here as part of the Writers' Symposium. So if you want to learn about writing, especially about, doing Kickstarter, I'm running a panel on that tomorrow. If you want to learn about Afrofuturism and using that to create art, that is my last panel on Sunday. But tomorrow, as Mark said, we'll be back in this room 6 o'clock. I think Masood Huck is somewhere in the room. Masood is going to be our DM, and we're being the rivals of Waterdeep with both Mark and Dave guesting with us.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh no, Freely meeting Celise. Please help us.
I mean, he's been Celeste like lots of times. We got along great. It's fine. That's gonna be okay.
And then if you want to talk RPGs and Afrofuturism, I'm making, along with an amazing crew of BIPOC creators, Into the Motherlands. We're working hard on it. Not all of us, because some of us are here. And DJ plays Akemba on the stream show. Woo!
DJ.
Oh, hi, I'm DJ Knight. Hi, all. I have been Desmond, Human Ranger Lycanthrope, which isn't the same without the voice change.
It is. It's exactly pretty the same.
pretty good.
I don't need performance enhancement technology, sir.
Wow.
Neither do you.
But I'm used to it.
Okay. Still works.
That
Still works.
Justice.
Still
Like,
works.
it's not the same. But I stream on Twitch mostly. I would love to have had more things here at Gencon. I do not, unfortunately. But this is fully worth meeting the entire team for the first time in person and meeting all of you. So it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, this is the first time we all been in one room together, by the way, just for the record there. Yeah. And last but certainly not least, the air genasi goddess, the soft smasher.
Sure.
Becca Scott.
What's up, everybody? I'm Becca Scott, and I'm going to be running a Call of Cthulhu scenario, an original scenario. I'm planned. Sure.
Kill all the humans.
For Sage Ryan, Abria Iyengar, Paula Dimming, and Josephine McAdam in 2 hours right on this stage. It's also going to be streaming on Gen Con and I believe on my channel simultaneously, so we'll see about getting that going. But so happy that you all came here today. Thank you so much. And please watch me murder my friends in a couple of hours. Oh, sorry, one more. I'm also in Dimension 20 Live, Misfits and Magic. It's going to be in Ballroom 500 on Saturday at noon.
Woo! And I've been your humble dungeon master, B-Day Walters.
Give it up for this guy. Hardest working man in show biz.
I'm all over the place. Freelance 201 panel at 10 tomorrow. Rivals at 3. Saturday, Cobalt Press. Rebels of the Waste at 11. What?
6. You said 3.
6? Oh, you know what it is? Because in my calendar it was still Pacific time. So I legit would have shown up here at the wrong time. And you both said the time multiple times. And I still got it wrong. Cool. That's that thing I do. One last request before you guys all clear out of here. Are any of you all our patrons? Patrons? Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much. So, we're going to take some pictures, and then we want to make sure we take a picture with our patrons here. Thank you all so much. Thank you to Gen Con. Stick around for Call of Cthulhu, and enjoy the rest of your con.
Woo!